We're back. We're back. You will stomp the shit out of T1, but I don't think T1 will qualify. I mean, I think Han Life should be favored over T1. All right, let's see the walkouts. See the boys. Big game, big game. Persevere.
And gotta be
Okay.
down there with
I
the
didn't
boys.
know. Just had to make sure.
But it is gonna be a fun one, right? TES JDG, I think, is a matchup everyone always looks forward to.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff bracket itself, the journey here. As I said, it determines a lot of what we'll see for the rest of the playoffs because we have our would-be tickets to be punched. NIP are waiting down there in the lower bracket, BLG in the upper. The winner here goes on to face BLG, the loser down to NIP.
Yeah, and some could say with the bracket, there really is no winner, right? Having to go up against BLG, only losing to IG so far this year, but still, I mean, both TS and JDG have looked incredibly good. Like, people have those three teams in a class of their own, and I'm glad we get to see two of them duke it out already.
I love that you bring up a class of their own because it feels like these two teams are in that class of their own here in our top big three for the LPL. And we have to take a look at the historic rivalry in the history between these two organizations because a lot of people will remember that 2020 split, or I guess the entire year, where they traded off titles. But what
4 times LPL champions,
two well-known organizations,
2-time top 4 world champions.
Like, these two just go hand in hand, both coming in their original iterations.
World championship, 1-time MSI champion, 4x LPL finalist, bro. TN got giga griefed so hard. He outplayed Kanavi so hard in the second finals of that 2022. He completely murdered Kanavi, and then he ended up losing. Nice, man.
Stats has like slightly outpaced in terms of title, but TS, TS can win here today and start making that trek up there.
And we will take a look at JDG first and foremost, a team who came out swinging the last time.
Wait, is Evie winning or no?
Esports first, as it's gonna be
no, he's not. Okay.
The first time we get to see this roster on the Rift.
Yeah, TS, I mean, it's been a while since we've seen them play. Coming out from the regular season in second, they were actually tied with JDG in terms of series at 13-3, but like a mile ahead of them with game difference. And man, there's so many people to highlight on this roster. Like 369 might be the best
22
top in the world.
2022 finals of LPL's peak LPL gameplay. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Performances, but has like rebranded himself as this consistent guy playing all the meta champs. It's just been crazy for Top Esports.
So I'm not sure where we go from here because we were supposed to look at the JDG roster first up because the next talking point that we have is the topside matchup, and especially the way that the last time around it worked out for Flandre, who ended up having a very dominant series of its own right against a team that was super dominant. We will take a look at Top Esports' B-roll here now and take a look at what exactly looked great from them during the regular season.
Yeah, and like I said, for TS, I feel like one of the things that just jumped out right away is their early game. You always expect that.
I mean, Top Esports' early game was really good earlier in the split, but it feels like recently their early game hasn't been as good. Like, they haven't been getting huge leads. They've kind of just been, like, outlasting some teams. And 369 has had to carry. I think mainly what it is that, like, TN is playing worse individually, which is just kind of how TN goes, man. TN is really good sometimes,
and it's a lot of moments
really bad some other times.
On early that get mechanically done. I think that's the biggest thing for Top Esports that I've loved to see. Also, a big shout out to Cream, who seemingly has just fit into this roster so well, but they are able to just outfight you, and I think we saw that a lot with the lower teams. A lot of the latter half of the season was against lower teams for them, but they are handling business when business is needed to be done.
And you know, once we get like this far into playoffs, and it's all
oh, this is a 369 pop off.
Like other teams, like
Smurf this fight so hard.
Team fighting's bad, or maybe you know this team's map play isn't that good. It's like Top Esports can team fight. Top Esports.
Imagine you get into a fight and Renekton just kills both of your carries from full life.
Deliver on all fronts. So yeah.
Maybe Renekton is just OP.
Yeah, they definitely are. We are gonna take a look at the JackeyLove and Ruler setup because this town ain't big enough for the both of them. And what a way it's going to go down. I think these two guys, not only JackeyLove having a heck of a year, back off the last year, but Ruler as well having some strengths.
Yeah, and I mean, right, just two absolute legends of the game. Always fun to see them go toe-to-toe. Ruler and Missing really haven't been in the best form, but I feel like we saw some glimpses in that last series, especially in team fights, right? Ruler's Lucian always being willing to go forward, and that's why it's going to be fun seeing them up against JackeyLove and Mako, who do consistently look for blood in lane.
When a European tries to use American measurements.
Miles per fucking...
Yep.
Okay, what the fuck? She's going by like 20 miles per fucking hour.
That's not really that fast.
He's going 20 miles per hour. Hey, bro, 20 miles per hour is pretty fast for a human. Not bad.
Yeah, Flandre, absolutely insane. Again, a lot of people were questioning him coming back into the roster, but he showed up. I mean, all 3 MVPs picked up. All the other performers that you can expect, right? Kanavi having a great series. Gal being that reliable guy who, I mean, the Tibbers that he had in that last one. Just so many good pieces on this JDG roster.
They really are. I think very much bread and butter is the jungle matchups for them, him and the mid-jungle combos that we've really seen them go for very heavily. Now, we are going to take a look back at their Weibo series and a lot of the domination that the team and co, but mostly Flandre had.
I mean, it was all of them, right? Flandre picked up the MVP, especially this first game was really hard to find like a really sick clip of him doing something. But that counter-strike in the team fight, like these moments are what enabled
Flandre was really good. Flandre versus 369.
And then here,
also, I mean, can TN keep up at all with Kanavi, or is Kanavi just gonna murder him?
Ridiculous. Flandre, like the only man staying alive to be able to just completely wipe out Weibo. Just everyone being in the form that you want them to be in.
That's the scariest part, is we didn't have to see that much from them, and they all looked terrifying. And that's what makes the wait for this matchup, the kind of fate of this matchup, if you will, makes it that much more exciting, because I think we got to see not an asleep.
Gal is smoking cigs before the game, of course, bro.
Part where we've seen them in the past, maybe have a little bit of a.
That's his method of training.
Parts of our playoffs, but here it was so interesting. They started Flandre over Sheer, and they utilized a lot of the pick differential that he has to make a difference in that series. And I wonder if that's going to work out against the likes of 369, who's one of the best top players in the world.
Well, I think, you know, regardless of whether it works or not, like, you want him to be in this form coming back in because you have to play up against 369. Because, again, 369 has been insane. I think it's criminal that he didn't make it.
That's crazier than Yagao. People are coping, bro. People flame Yagao.
It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of champions we see Flandre lean into, because we had games like that game 1 where they were really just trying to counteract what Weibo were doing in side lanes. So it's like, hey, dude, did JDG have enough time to maybe like prep and counter strat top esports as much as they did for Weibo?
Yeah, there isn't much time to do that. But I'm really
100 stats, yep.
Top esports have learned at all any ways to kind of up in them, because
how old is 369?
Ways that these two play styles come together. You mentioned earlier that when we get
how is 369 only 22, bro? This guy is, I've been watching him since 2019. I guess he's just 22. How the fuck is 369 22?
Typically, and that's going to be difficult against JDG.
Yeah, it's
this guy joined top esports in 2018.
The good thing for them is obviously JDG don't play.
Nah, it makes no sense, man.
In the early game, it's not like you're playing up against BLG constantly going for those dives. So I feel like TS may be feeling a bit comfortable, but at the same time, they did lose to JDG in the regular season. So, I mean, this one really can go either way. Again, we talked about it. How this matchup has gone to 5 games in a best of 5 times already over history. So, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad bet if you expected 5 games tonight.
Dude, I thought 369 was like 24. I'm gonna be honest. All right, walkouts. It's time.
Off to the stage, and we're headed off to where our story continues in the LPL Spring Playoffs. We're getting so close to knowing who our 2 MSI representatives will be, and my God, do we have some terrifying teams up in that conversation. Now, to the top goes Top Esports. The first time we'll be seeing them here.
All the cheers, bro. They know. They know that's the GOAT right there.
I mean, 369's not looking at the big night. He's looking at the big split, right?
And they know that this is
that he had with JDG.
the person that can be the GOAT, but he could also just lose the whole series. You could hear that they were like scared of T, and they're like, oh. How many people in the arena do I think? It's 2,000, I think, in this arena.
Yeah, right there, though.
This arena seats 2,000.
He has been on a tear. There was a lot of conversation, I feel like, at the end of last year, maybe losing a little bit of the consistency that had been his namesake for a long time, and now we have
that
seen
conversation was hogwash, Giselle. Hogwash. Jackie Love,
but he silenced the doubters this year, is all I'm saying.
No, Jackie Love was already incredibly consistent last year, and then he had like the
he had like 3 or 4 good.
No, he had like 1 or 2 big moments in playoffs. You know, sadly, that meant the mantra stuck with him through this year. But again, Jackie Love, I feel like, has been incredibly consistent over the past 2 years. And like you said, even more so this year than last one. He was already consistent.
And he's going to need it up against JDG and a ruler who
damn, Flandre
splash that he did last year, but has still consistently been one of the best and deadliest ADCs. He does it like nobody else does in the LPL.
Wait, so when Flandre started playing in LPL
for JDG
on Snake,
he isn't taking over games the same way that the JDG bot lane
he was just 15 years old. Nice.
Played the resources that were put in, the meta at the time. He's still someone you know that you can rely on to take over a game, or even just find a big moment, find a big pick in mid. I
mean, I don't even know what's crazier, the fact that Flandre is only 25, or the fact that 369 is 22. Because Flandre has been around since 2014, bro.
Some things that Missing did the last time he did an outro, he's not as confident today, I guess. Not going to give us any cool little shots, but as we come to it, I think the biggest conversation between these 2 teams has to fall on jungle, and we say that all the time. But there's a reason when you have the likes of Kanavi and TN go and add it.
This is Crystal, the legendary build. Yeah, no, like Crystal was actually so hyped back then. That was actually my favorite team in LPL back in those days. Was Snake, like 2014, 2015. They're pretty fucking hype, bro.
If he can keep that up, if he can find an advantage, you really can just run over JDG. But if you slip up once,
like 2015,
like Kanavi, it could do the reverse.
Saw some of those slip-ups get capitalized on in that Weibo series. A Weibo that went against a triumphant JDG. They felt like a wall against that team. And I think that wall might see a couple cracks in it this time around. My main focus, especially getting a little bit closer to draft, is how the jungle meta is going to plan out in this best of 5. You have to remember we are in double elimination, so there's a little bit more breathing room. I'd like to see a lot of the flexibility that these teams can bring to the draft come.
Remember all these, holy fuck.
I very much want to see if we're going to get more of those facilitative combo jungle.
Remember all these guys.
If we're
just looking at the old playoffs and stuff.
I mean, for JDG, I don't expect anything much different. We saw in their last series, it didn't really change anything up between the regular season and playoffs. None of their champion pools are...
Yeah, I remember my league account in 2015 was VG 10 WoW World 6, because they used to put their sponsors like in their name.
TES are the one I'm more interested in seeing.
So it was VG 10 WoW World 6 on the ladder. I thought this guy was actually kind of insane.
We saw it picked a few times in the early series, but not touched again since. And that was something Top Esports were leaning really heavily into the past few weeks. And Cream's actually 7-0 on the pick to split.
That's what's so exciting about this OMG transfer. Felt like that OMG roster was built for success. They stayed together for so long, but honestly, it's been very impressive to see how splitting that team apart has led to some success for a lot of organizations. And Cream slotting into Top Esports like a glove. He has been incredible, at least after about that halfway point in the split. It felt like it took a little bit for him to really gel with the team and the playstyle that they were presenting, but he has played a lot more towards TN. We've seen the karmas, things like that, but when he needs to, he'll pull out those assassins. We know him so well.
I mean, the big thing is he's transitioned into being a role player, which I think works well. Huge. Right? When we've seen that he hasn't been able to be that star-studded carry outside of the assassin performance, I think it makes sense. I mean, hell, like you said, you still have things like the Akali in your back pocket you can pull out in a situation that fits, or when those things come back into the meta. And if he's just going to lean on, playing a bit more wave clear, playing for his team when he's surrounded by other superstars, I think it was a great choice, whether it was whether it was, the coaching staff giving him the buy-in. I think it was just huge for TS to be able to make progress this year.
And that's where I'm very curious, because
do you love your supporters and fans? No.
In the mid lane this time around.
I do not love
on shutting down Xiao,
my supporters and fans. I appreciate them though.
Curious at what these two guys who have been very moldable so far in the spring split are going to do against each other, and especially how they're going to influence that jungle role.
Yeah, a lot's going to come down to what's left open, because outside of Akali and Ahri, I mean, it's been Hwei, Karma, Azir for Cream, which are, not very interactive champions in the 1v1. He's going to be able to survive. He's going to be able to farm up. Maybe some of those instances get prio, depending on Yagao's champ. But I don't expect this to be as action-packed as we had Yagao versus Xiao, who were, Xiao versus Scout. It seemed like Xiao was very willing to brawl and not in the best of form, so it was giving people like Yagao and Scout chances to shine. We'll see if Cream does that for Yagao today. Again, Yagao also can just pop off in the team fights. That Tibbers we had in that clip that Flandre popped off was huge.
I'm also just...
Dom, who should you bet your house on? Don't bet your house, bro.
Not gonna lie.
But if you do,
still, to this day,
I got my house on JDG. I mean, to be fair, like, I don't even bet my house. I just bet Gilius's house.
A lot of influence tonight.
The better way to do it.
Guys missing and him.
Why bet your own house when you can bet somebody else's?
Engage setups for their team, and we already see some love given their way in Missing's Rakan taking off the table. We're right into draft number 1. We already got that TF as well as the Rex side joining the Rakan for TES on the blue side for game 1. The Ashe, Senna, and Tristana all targeted bans towards Top Esports by JDG on the red side, and the Varus first picked into the Zeri second pick.
Yeah, so not even the Zeri, we still have jungle options left open if they wanted to get their hands on something like a Vi. To kind of pair.
Really sleeping? I have no idea.
Not allow it to get taken away from you.
I went out to Zeitverbrot with my
mid, and that's actually what they're going to go for right away, wanting to get their
girlfriend.
On the Nico.
We came back, and now I'm fully motivated for this series, bro. I hope it's a banger. Varus first pick for Jackie Love, okay. The Nico is taken. We'll see where the Nico actually ends up going.
JDG actually want to go for that one. The Nautilus locked in for Mako, so they're going to get a lot of the engaged presence and pressure to have on that roaming support style. Now, top esports looking and hovering over a bunch of mids, but trying to get some priority for this mid lane and have that pick for jungle later, I think is important.
And I mean, I think
LCK series today, I'm so hyped for this. Yeah, I mean, that's serious. I was hoping Dom1 put up a fight, but after like game 1, I felt really bad about it. And then after game 2, it was like completely cooked, right?
Playing with the wall, or now with Ari the Spear Rush, right? They have a lot of threat up against Ruler in this game. So it's going to be very hard to be able to pilot this area in skirmishes and fights.
Hey, rel pick.
All you need to do is ban out the
Technically, these are both double flexes.
That doesn't make it into the second phase.
I mean, I generally feel like Rel should just go to missing, and then Kanavi should just play a bruiser. Like, doesn't Kanavi just play Xinjiao every time it's up?
So much concentration about what kind of engages we can get for both sides into phase 1. We already get the Rel for JDG too, so the amount of CC chains available to both sides are aplenty already.
And for JDG, right, they're using that as a flex too. Like, Kanavi's been playing the Rel a ton this split. We haven't seen it as much in the bot lane for Missing, but it still has a couple of games on it. So I like that they're still not showing their hands, and they're still giving a lot of respect over to 369 now. I really like the Rumble Band to make sure he can't just start getting pressure right away. And again, just another long-range tool they'd be able to throw on the back line.
Love the Rumble Band.
This is good here. Enemy has a lot of range. Yeah, it's in his band. Expected. Vi band into TN. I mean, the TN Poppy is something he could definitely play here. Surprised that they left up Poppy. I feel like that's what TN's gonna play. Like, if Kanavi picks Lee Sin on 4, it's probably Poppy. I wonder if they just blind their top on 4 instead.
Yeah, now I'm curious to see where we go with top lane especially. Things like Renekton still gonna be left open, if especially for JDG. Maybe if you're hoping to get prio topside, if you're scared.
You know what they're gonna do with the VCS spot on MSI? They're gonna give it to VCS.
Loves the Atrons. So one of those.
Sante ban, okay.
What comes to mind?
Are they counterpicking for Flandre here? I mean, I guess you counterpick for Flandre.
Maybe wanting to push Flandre into something that's a little bit more.
I mean, Lee Sin, bro, is this not the Poppy angle of the century for TN?
Pretty big.
I mean, generally you would just go Poppy Renekton. Could also go like Poppy Udyr.
They want to approach the map. The Lee Sin though for Kanavi is a
wow, Viego locked in. I mean, that was TN special.
The answer is the Viego.
Yeah, and now that Renekton gonna be picked up first. JDG holding top lane the last pick, thinking they want counter for Flandre so we can get that pressure up in topside, but we'll see what he ends up opting into. I mean, now with, you know, things like the Rumble, things like
Jackson to Renekton sounds crazy to me, bro.
Things that can generate pressure and lane being taken off the table. It seems that the Jax might just have to be the go-to answer.
Flandre Jace.
Yes, let's go. The
okay,
Jace
okay.
Locked in here. Okay, so some little bit of spice being given over to JDG.
Yeah, and Flandre, he's been spamming this in solo queue nonstop, you know, even over the time when he was away not playing, racking up all those points in solo queue. So it's going to give them, again, kind of an interesting lane to be able to play around, have a bit of side pressure, have some poke that they can even lean in on later on in the game. But again, top esports comp just spells aggression.
That's what I wanted.
Spells aggression.
It feels like they literally got what they needed to come for. They had a grocery shopping list coming into this best of 5. They went to the store. They read all
in on TS. Yeah, I think TS probably wins this game, but I'm not sure.
And it's a perfectly centered, aggressive comp for a top esports who has used that so well so far this split.
Yeah, again, that is exactly what they want to do, but still, they're going to have to contend with JDG having...
Want to see Sheer again? Yep.
They're not going to be...
Sheer is young, right? Like, they gave him some time during the regular season, but Flandre played super well in the first series, so no reason to use him here.
Haven't really excelled in
Flandre is super confident.
So, again, it's going to be on that jungle matchup.
Such a legendary rivalry.
These are the games as Varus where you have to accept your place as an ult bot because no one's going to peel for you. Yeah, this is just where you play poke Varus. You just play poke Varus, you look to just try to hit people from 1 million range.
Out from under, JDG
That's it.
Finished the split. JDG came in. They dominated their first opponent in Weibo Gaming. They were looking forward to a rematch here. And it's top esports who had lost in the regular season.
I'm gonna head to bed and sleep to stream. All right, nice, bro. I don't know how my stream could ever be a sleep stream, but
let the Titans be unleashed.
Maybe you just like having a crackhead yell at you while you sleep, like a new type of ASMR.
Oh, they're gonna find him.
Oh, he got canceled. He's dead. Oh, he griefed it, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I mean, Mako got the kill. I guess it's not end of the world.
For JDG,
Where he got charmed out of the W. If he just got hit by the E and then W'd, he probably would just live here 100%.
Having to be burned to follow that one up. So nice bit of gold injection going to be there. We can see Mako picking up those boots. They're going to have more speed to work with, especially like you said, with some of those roam timings that can be there from Mako this game.
God,
Memento said on Twitter, can't tell if the quality of LEC has dropped so much or if it's because we watch LCK and LPL or LEC so it looks worse. And then VegaRV2 says it's dropped and has been dropping for years.
Now we are looking at maybe mirrored starts here from both junglers, and I want to keep quick pathing eyes on them because Tien, known in his past obviously as a world champion with FPX, but for me, he is one of the biggest brains in terms of the way he approaches pathing early game for jungle. I think the
Yeah, Tien's really good.
Tones that down a
generally
more,
he just has like horrible stretches.
That's the thing, right? I don't know.
He has some like weird inconsistencies that end up really hurting his team, but
the opportunities that are available,
generally he is a good player. I mean, there's a reason why he's always on top teams. There's a reason why he's always winning so many games, because like when he's on, he just is like one of the smartest players.
Options will be there. You just have to rely on 369 being able to set it up.
I mean, so pretty much like going into the series, what I'm looking at is like, can top esports win early game hard enough where JDG does not just outfight them at every single team fight? Because JDG's team fighting has just been absolutely insane.
I think in the regular season they had some
Like their setups around Drake's and their team fighting has been top tier, like globally top tier.
Oh my God, I'm looking at some of these.
I mean,
records.
probably even better than BLG's, to be honest. They might be the best team fighting team in the world right now.
29 and 8 in games.
It's hard to say, right? Because like Gen G is also good at team fighting right now, but a lot of them being good at team fighting is just like Chovy being good at team fighting. I don't know if like the team is good or Chovy's just the best player in the world.
Those KDAs don't look the same, or those win percentages.
He has Prio in both lanes. He has Smite. Both people have Smite here.
Kanavi giving a nice hello to his fellow superstar jungler. He might actually take this blue buff out from.
Ends up taking the blue. Big for Kanavi, using his Prio in both lanes.
I even love making his way over.
Does he take Gromp here as well? Probably, right? Probably.
He's the focal point.
Tien sprints straight to top. Well, Tien is actually going to sprint potentially to top because he doesn't want 369 to get dove.
I feel like the leading man for JDG. I said it the last time around, but the guy is literally.
Oh, JackeyLove got flipped here.
Now missing, goes in for an engage.
They just flashed directly on Ruler though.
Ruler is gonna burn his flash.
Ruler's just dead, just like that.
Gets his first kill of the game.
Damn. Oh, and 369 died top. Got some action.
From JackeyLove.
We're gaming.
JDG do respond in top lane. Somehow end up finding a kill onto.
The Tien ends up going bot anyway.
Oh, I love it. Living life on the edge, chunking Cream down early. But yeah, a lot of action happening across the board. But the story still being JackeyLove and Mako knowing how to dominate in the 2v2. We're going to find out exactly what happened here. Is we got the all-in from 369.
Kanavi's just everywhere, man.
I mean, he knew Kanavi was top though. He thought like the reason why he did this is he thought that Kanavi was on crab, so he's like, oh, I probably have like a window to trade real quick.
But look at that vision control.
But
he was able to get to,
yeah,
like,
just greedy, like flipping it way too hard.
One being in the Raptor camp, so having a pretty solid ward formation across the whole map.
The thing is though, like if you are playing Renekton into Jace and you do not play to trade like this, if you don't actually like double E on him ever and you don't trade, you will just lose hard overall. So it's kind of like a shitty situation for him that Tien started bot side, came top, and then actually got pushed out of his jungle. I think Tien could have pathed differently.
Yeah, but
like either skipped wolves or not done full bot side camps. Yeah.
Those two long swords on JackeyLove, so yeah, it might just be all about reinforcing flying.
No sums on bot.
Helping him get plates, as we can already see Kanavi make his way up there now.
Missing realizes he probably doesn't want to take that fight into very
diaper mode.
Love still does all of his health.
Diaper mode rel, so easy to kill.
Roaming down on vision, they will know that the grubbies are being watched by JDG. Nothing to do about it though, and all three will go over.
I love it. I love that this is the playoffs of Flandre. Man comes in.
It really is.
He's picking all these Chad champions. He's getting the resources from his team. The ganks.
Yes, and BLG are so fun to watch.
And
yeah.
Now it's gonna be about if he can push.
Oh, they're really good.
Further, start putting 369 down.
He's actually been so impressive. And again, you got to remember, he was not playing. He was taking some time off and coming in for JDG. and kind of taking Sheer, a new top laner, under his wing.
Not sure if this is warded.
And now coming in playoffs, they're starting him, and it's looking mighty fine with his Jace
Can be seen here.
from his solo queue matchups. And we are going back down.
Oh, maybe it wasn't seen actually.
I do gotta say, you saying,
Probably wasn't seen actually.
taking time off makes it sound like he's like sitting in the
He's right in the vision pocket. He might gank bot here actually, and they think that he's. They think that they have more vision than they do. This is giving them a false sense of security right here. They're just afraid of the TN counter gank, which is why they're not like full sending it. JackeyLove should die here though. I think JackeyLove should die. Like Nico is here first too.
Ygal is actually on his roam right now.
Oh, they're gonna back off of it. I mean, I guess. I mean, JackeyLove is a lot stronger than Zeri. It just, I thought with Nico roam here, it would just send it, and JackeyLove would just die. It would just be like Q flash from missing into ignite, and he just dies. But I guess there is a world where you get 2v3 there, or sorry, 3v4 there, if you get resets for TN before Nico actually gets there. They didn't want to risk it.
Sir may have another.
You know, I did like the amount of action we had, but it being the same every time. It's kind of nice to see it go.
Says you. More bias there. We are just getting very calm early games, even though we've had a couple kills going over. Top esports definitely usually the more proactive early team in the
grub diff
games themselves, but they're getting pressed off by this JDG composition, who again I gotta go back to. It feels like
Andre has cookies here.
Have approached playoffs with has been really clean.
Yeah, and again,
kind of sad being Redect in this game.
What they were doing in terms of composition, it's just about
diveable. Diveable on this wave.
Yeah.
369 needs to ult, and 369 would need to ult and like Q the wave.
He is level 6, but yeah,
he's ulting for Rage. He's gonna just EQ the wave.
He's popping his
I got one shot.
Like
nothing he could do.
Croc, but he's just gonna be turned into boots nonetheless.
Oh, they're forcing this with Nico onto JackeyLove. JackeyLove's no flash.
Wants to get the connection here. JackeyLove getting his health bar chunked from him though. Turned it
okay. Ends up being 1-for-1 bot side. Missing kind of just suicided to make this play happen. They didn't use anything for anyone else though. I guess that's probably good. On 3 plays for Flandre. Damn.
To find an advantage, and in the meantime, you see Cream back off, so it gives Ygal the window to also cover for his weak side.
369 greater than Flandre, someone said? Yeah, I mean 369 is definitely better than Flandre.
Huge win for JDG on both sides of the map.
Like this is 369 while being perma weak sided with a like hard lane while being countered. This isn't like Flandre just being a better player than 369.
I believe JackeyLove not having his flash up. So he knows he's just going to end up going down. If he could have found Ruler 2, it would have been massive, but just not able to do so.
Would have been really big, but now we're getting to a point where we've gotten some resources developed onto the map.
Just really showed up for playoffs. I mean, sure, like 369 is just like the best top in LPL though.
Still be very active, but for JDG as a whole,
a little chunk from Mako, really smart play by him.
And I think that combination we typically see.
And you can tell that Cream is leaning bot. Like it looks like he wants to push his mid wave and potentially run bot based on how he's positioning. But they called it off and they started pinging grubs here because they don't want to give 6 grubs, even if they do end up diving bot and killing.
6 grubs to JDG. So some pings have already gone down on it. They already have a ward.
I think Yagao is better or Knight. I think Knight is better, but I think Yagao is underrated. I feel like the fact that Knight is better than Yagao is why people rate Yagao like poorly.
It definitely feels like they have a lot of pick strength,
but I don't think it's really like
get a single target. You know,
yeah, people just overreact. It's kind of like the same way with everything though.
I feel like relies a lot in their team fight if top esports are going to come out on top of it, but it's going to be about
Roger up 1K gold. Yep.
For them, especially with Cream's charms, things like that.
Counter pick, he was played around.
It's gonna be great in finding.
I mean, it's a good Jace angle. Flandre is not known as like he was known as a Jace player, I guess before. I remember there was a time, it was like in 2021 or maybe it was 2020. There was a playoffs. I think it was 2021 where Flandre completely ran it down. Like he just ran it the fuck down on Jace. I think it was 2021 spring. But he like almost carried a game while being like a 0-6 Jace. He played one of like the most int Jace games of all time, but he was actually kind of 1v9.
Also have first items.
It was like some crazy ass game he played.
We also got the
Let's see if I can find it.
Got the opportunity down bot side for JackeyLove, but we're going back top side to what will be an octagon up here, I guess.
Oh,
Top
a lot of people are making their way out.
Everyone's coming here.
here. Now they will spot him out. They realize the 2v2 could be a little bit more dicey. Missing has made his way here. JDG
Playing it pretty disciplined here.
as well. They got Cream here, and we're looking at a full-on team fight as they are actually.
They didn't overcommit onto the Renekton.
Mid lane now. And they're just going to use a little bit of resources here as TP was burned by JDG. Oh, no.
Oh,
Mango's
big.
the one that gets
Caught him behind the turret.
Use everything on him, and they'll take him out, and they actually get 400.
They're going to get the whole turret here, man. And they shifted Ruler up to push the mid wave during this. This is actually really smart. I don't know if you guys saw it, but on the map, Ruler shifted from bot to mid to catch the mid wave. Oh, missed that. I mean, it didn't really matter. They weren't going to kill him anyway. Oh, this is not good from Ruler. Okay, he ends up living.
I said there's not space in this town for the two of us, and they are.
Flandre is on the move. Yeah, he's got to run. That's actually pretty scary for Flandre to do, because he's got to. I mean, his life matters. Think about your life. Kanavi is dead. Yeah, so then they tried to like catch him on the rotation back bot. But yeah, during this play, when it was 4 people top, Ruler left bot, went mid, caught the mid wave, pushed it, and then went back bot.
Because it's not working out for either. Steve, again, almost didn't work out for TES, like literally back to back. Thank God.
We've seen those in horror movies. Like it's obvious. Not
She keeps on going. Yep. Lots of action.
Anyways, and then all of a sudden there's blood splatter.
They're using their buttons.
Dragon.
Yeah, Kanavi should not walk there for sure. Pretty big int by him. I think everyone else making their way down made sense though.
Be able to pick this one up. So another Drake going over to their side. They really haven't fallen that much, you know, that far.
3 for 3 on Grubs.
Even with all the plays and aggression we've been seeing up towards top.
I don't know if Flandre being mid does anything for the game though.
Decent spot, especially now, is top esports being able to answer some of those item completions too, with Tien finally getting that Sundered Sky.
That's very big for the Viego. I really like that Flandre was able to take that first turret up there as well. They got so much.
269 is really going Cleaver Rush, yeah.
Not that high.
And I don't think it's good.
JDG with a first turret win percentage of 88%. I know.
Then again, I wonder how Jace with like all this armor from his hammer form, like I wonder if Cleaver actually is efficient versus him if he's like hammer form.
To take it to team fights. Loves to take
I think that 369 just likes going the like Cleaver into like Shojin build.
JDG's team fighting is just immaculate, and it feels like it's always been the case, right? Whether you're going back to like 2019, 2020, or like future eras, right? People thinking 2022 and 2023. It's just crazy they've been able to keep that up for so long. You gotta wonder how much of that goes to Kanavi really being the only consistent piece throughout all that time. Speaking of, he's trying to get run down.
Mako, he's felt that mistake early and wants to make good on it. Top Esports will move in, get some pressure around this top side. They did end up denying that stack of the Grubs, but there is a Rift Herald coming up. Could be a big difference maker here, even though the plates are falling now. We will see some movement from both Jack.
Cleaver into Sundered Sky for sure. So Sundered Sky on Renekton. I don't think we've ever seen this. Let me see. Renekton pro builds. Is there anyone going Sundered Sky on Renekton?
Because obviously both mid laners in bot don't have TPs. So it would just be
Eclipse Stride, Eclipse Stride, Eclipse Sterax.
I like it.
Cleaver Sterax, I don't know. I see one Photon did it once, I guess. People go it maybe in Europe. I guess European top laners go Sundered Sky sometimes. Everyone else just goes Eclipse, Sterax, Eclipse, Cleaver.
So without Yagao being here, I think it makes sense.
Cleaver, Cleaver into Shojin.
Bottom side of the map, and right now we're just buying our time, and I want to talk about who that works.
Yeah, I guess literally EU top laners are the only ones that do it. That's so crazy. It's like Shigenda goes it.
JDG's players, but also their team composition has a lot of team fight potential. Top
Interesting. I wonder why Europeans like it so much.
They are gonna have a lot of strength in that Tien Cream combo.
It's just gonna come down to the timing, like you said, because right, if this
Yeah.
goes super late,
Loser of this plays NIP, winner plays BLG. The winner of the BLG plus whatever team comes out of this match goes to MSI. And then the winner of the loser of this and NIP plays best of 5 for finals plus MSI spot.
Being able to enable those resets for Tien.
Already down a little bit in the Renekton matchup there. They did try to give him a little bit of help there. The fighting ended up not giving ever too many resources back, and That's where, you know, Flandre's entrance onto this JDG roster has been really awesome to watch, especially against ZDZ, kind of shutting him down. Now,
Hey, Ruler is fine in this game. He was pretty behind early, but he's fine now. Let's see what happens at third Drake fight.
I just want to imagine.
I feel like JDG, I mean, they should be winning it. Well, I don't even know if I would say they should be winning it. They definitely can win it. I think a lot of it comes down to Jace, because Jace is the person with the gold. He won't have Mermana though, so.
Is just ready to go on the hunt.
See, Flandre probably pushes this wave and then bases. Looks like Ruler's basing as well. People are just gonna base right now and try to set up.
Got a bunch of the cheers outside of as soon as he was coming out on the stage with the performance that he was able to have against Flaybo.
Oh, Jace is gonna push one more wave. He's prepping his recall. Might try to get Renekton's ult out.
Give you any context then.
He's gonna try to wait for Renekton to push the wave.
Dragon coming up in about 45 seconds or so.
Yeah, and try to get a trade. If he can get Renekton ult, it would be huge.
That way. We already have a lot of vision down there from JDG as well. We will
40 seconds. He has CP, but he definitely wants to shove this if he can.
This TS JDG game, not as Kanavi. Okay, top
about to say it, weren't you? You were about to say it.
No. I was gonna say hasn't been as bloodthirsty as this series pretty much.
Jace is just leaving. Probably has Mana Moon completed. Doesn't have Muramana though.
But you didn't say it, so they didn't fight. You have to remember your power as a caster cursor.
They're not gonna fight.
Oh, onto Jackie Love, big.
That didn't do anything. That didn't do anything.
I mean, Jackie Love, hitting Jackie Love is huge.
They actually, JDG do want to fight this though, right?
A lot better than just hitting the front line at this point.
Yes. With no action, all sums are.
Oh, he hits another one. This one onto Ari. It's nice from Flandre. Guy was trying to get position on the side for a flank. Are they just getting it for free? Damn, they're just getting it for free. Nice.
And JDG will stop the stacking.
Yeah, and Yagao ends up TPing to mid here because he really wants to defend this turret. Don't want to give it. So now you're probably going to have Jace take over bot, and Yagao is going to be on the top side because Baron will be spawning, and Yagao just uses TP.
In the area, still going to make the most of it, be able to get gold on the top side. They were hoping to be able to get a mid lane.
I mean, this Jace is going to be a problem. I wonder if they can pick him in side lane, though. He's playing really safe. It's kind of smart from Flandre. Playing super safe until he sees people on the map because there's no one showing top. He only sees Varus mid. It could be anywhere.
I feel like it is a bit of an elephant in the room.
And they can engage on him like from really far away, right? Like they could just have somebody come through lane, and he's playing Conqueror Jace. He's not playing Phase Rush. You could have like Ari Viego just come through lane, and he would just die. Now he sees the Viego on a ward. Okay, Cream is TPing bot here.
He really just is that guy. I feel like for a lot of teams.
Yeah, Muramana is completed on this wave.
He also has that flexibility to play towards your junglers and things that we were talking in draft as well.
He also is just one of the best mid laners in the league.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know what you're saying. Sometimes it seems like the discussion around him.
Ability missing. Use the support item. Okay.
He just falls to the wayside. But Yagao always delivering against some of his control, especially in team fights. How he controls space is massive.
Especially now on a Nico. He's gonna have a lot.
There's a narrative going around that LPL this year is weaker than LPL of last year. LPL seems more competitive this year to me. Yeah, I think LPL is good this year. I don't know. I think it's just that like the teams that people are expecting to be good in LPL that have been good for a long time are not good, so they think everyone else is weaker. EDG, RNG, them being like super weak, I think has something to do with people's perspective.
Getting second items, particularly Flandre already having his second item.
I think JDG was the best team, and now they're probably second best or third best. So people think that they're weaker in that respect, but I think BLG is stronger. Top Esports is much stronger. And yeah, I mean, overall, there's like a lot of the teams are just more solid.
Have a big setup. They have Rel that could change perfectly into an eco and give room, so much room for Ruler to be able to do as he pleases. That being what TS fears. TS, like you said, hoping to play a bit more off picks. They've kept Cream at 369 in sides to try to set something up, but JDG really never have given the opportunity over.
Feels like you're entering the lair of the behemoth a little bit. JDG's comfort zone is those late game team fights. Top Esports, they have been so successful when they've had early advantages and were able to snowball.
All right.
Yes, they are
Drake in 2 minutes. Game slowed down after the early game.
Fight with the best of them, but that is JDG's comfort zone, especially with a composition like this. So it's telling that, you know, in the first best of 5, Top Esports want to test their mettle in their best comfort zone.
Even surprised me the most. I mean, it's got to be FPX, right? FPX, I think we're just objectively the most surprising team.
And that's the example, right? JDG aren't giving the opportunities over for that TES are looking for. TES are doing a nice job by doing that. Push out bot, bring all of JDG down, get you tempo to go and finally take this mid turret. But it's not really translating into too much more.
Dead even game, 21 minutes. I haven't been able to
NIP. I think people thought NIP was going to be good. I think NIP is landing pretty much on people's expectations, like 4th through 6th. If they end up winning their 4th place match to become 3rd, 4th place, and they make it to MSI, that would be huge. I think if they just lose out in the next series, that's probably where most people would have had them around, roughly.
Honestly, would be very nice to have for either.
You know, since it seems like we got a bit of time before this dragon comes up, you said, you know, TS might have to beware because late game is JDG's comfort zone. But to like bring it to an analogy, right? The orange Hawaiian shirt might be JDG's favorite shirt that they own. That doesn't mean that Top Esports don't look better in the orange Hawaiian shirt.
Better in it.
You know what I mean? You know, I'm not saying they do, but you know, they
now I'm just imagining like Top Esports in Hawaiian shirts, specifically 369 for some reason, like an orange Hawaiian shirt. That
like
sounds
that
awesome.
Kind of guy.
Like the orange Hawaiian shirt guy. Yeah, honestly, I need a Photoshop of that now. Please, my brain is wanting. We need the whole Top Esports team in Hawaiian shirts. They are gonna be partying their way down to this bot side though, because we have a dragon coming up here, Lyric. Ooh, engage.
Yeah, hook on to missing Prox's aftershock. 369 is decent flank. See if Flandre can like take some space here. Navi gets chunked. They don't commit too hard. Flandre is getting some damage off. Nice. Hard for them to contest now. It's hard for them to get into this bush mainly, I think is the issue. They do it with the IWillDominate. They have to be careful here. Flandre got caught. GG, this fight is done, I think. Yeah, you just leave here. Just don't give Baron. Flandre was trying to make so much space, but it was really hard for him to get in.
What a great idea, utilizing that wall to play over and find the pick. Like you said, 3rd dragon going to be picked up for TS. 1 away from Seoul. Now it's going to be about getting vision towards that top side and seeing if we get any Baron dances coming through. TS.
Cream the goat. Yep. Cream pulled the trigger.
You can maybe reliably look for another pick off, but still great pickup.
Yeah.
TS winning LPL. I mean, right now it just looks like BLG's winning LPL, but I guess we'll see. There's not like many good places for Flandre to go. Like even if he flashes there, he's gonna be on a wall, and Cream is not guaranteed to charm, so he has to flash at an angle so the charm doesn't hit him anyway. I mean, I think it's just hard for him to be in that spot.
Get some vision down, and that's especially where the Ari and the Viego can start taking over. But JDG, they have shied away from.
How's it feel watching all the OMG boys doing well this split? That feels pretty good.
They do have a lot of the decision making.
I mean, like they're winning, but I feel like they're like a lot of them are actually playing worse. I mean, I guess Aki's playing fine. I think Shanji's playing a lot worse. I think Abel played worse this split as well. So individually, I don't know if they're performing super insane.
A huge namesake for Top Esports of recent history, but also on the Rift. He has been consistently the carry for them as they go into team fights, and I think on the Varus with a little bit of the flexibility it provides. And at least this damaging build with some poke given back to him, it's going to be strong.
Yeah, again, Jackie Love is a guy you can believe in to help get you over the finish line. He really just has been such a premier carry for TES. And again, we were complaining about like light being on lethality champions. Jackie Love is not someone I'm going to complain about being on champions that are strong early, that can dominate the early game and really take it all the way. We can see them now doing exactly what we were talking about.
Ryzen focus second for your gal.
To hopefully use your CC to get a pick.
And missing doesn't get charmed there.
We're looking for the top side.
Now he's getting chunked. All right, let's see how Top Esports, like if they decide to
damage on Kanavi in the end.
Try to start this Baron, or if they just wait until Soul.
There though are going to be left wanting in that regard, but we go to a calm state now that JDG has backed off a little bit. I think backing off might not be in their
clean
blood here.
They kill him. Surely they kill him, right?
His way up, though, and
he's got Sterax. Flashes to his team. I guess that's fine. 2 ults, but they get Renekton flash.
and 369 rolls a couple nines.
Ends up
Is
getting
Cream a
away.
better fit for
It's
TS than
gonna
Rookie
be
was?
now
I mean, I think
following
369 is significantly better
dead, but again, you know they're in a-
than
how
Wayward
fast-
was last year. I think Wayward played better this split, but I think 369 is just like the GOAT, right? So
Gotta flash on-
when you look at the
that's
team
not gonna be a
overall,
problem in the next
like
string, but-
Mako actually did a decent amount. Like Mako's been really good this split. 369 has been really good this split. I think Rookie and Cream are both good. But yeah,
Andre now also completing his third item with the Shrelnia.
I think top and support were the big upgrades.
Very big for their standoff potential here for JDG.
Like Mako
I
obviously
find that
had
while
a pretty
we
bad
have
time
seen
at
very
points
calm and steady
last year, but like especially during Asian games, he was pretty bad. He is no longer bad, bro. Mako has been so good this year.
We're gonna be getting to another big team fight here potentially, and it feels like this
Are they starting
game
Baron
has
here?
that potential to
I think they
blow
have to start it, no?
That next big fight could be the difference maker. And you know, if top esports
That's the
gets
flash.
Yagao,
I mean, Yagao's flash is actually really big. Damn, they didn't even start Baron.
in that next dragon fight.
And I would
Hmm.
say that flash
Okay.
is gonna be even more missed than 369.
Yeah, that's a huge flash to blow.
Hoping to find that huge pop blossom onto the carries for TES, but now it's gonna be so much harder. So the counter play is there. JDG though, the team that controls River Vision right now, I love it. Kanavi trying to intimidate, trying to put so much fear in Jackie Love's heart.
Smite away his shield. How dare he?
Do you
Instead
think it
of
works?
front to his arm. Yes. Well, because Jackie Love's more scared to step up now. You know? Maybe it's a little bit of difference.
Ooh.
Also, Ruler has completed his third item now, the Navori.
Exactly. So yeah, this is where we'll be able to start.
I think it's really hard for JDG to win, man. I think it's very hard for JDG to win this game.
The hard thing for him is just
Seems like top esports comp is just better.
With
They should be able to
especially
just
Diego
show up to
Knight,
Drake and
the one thing that the Renekton Flash
whoop some
doesn't
ass,
do,
I think.
At least now Ruler won't have to feel as much threat.
I mean, JDG needs to be on the objective first. If they're trying to walk in and check again like they were last time, it's really hard.
Jackie Love
Yeah.
starts off with a poke. You know, maybe Mako goes in on whichever squishier target. Maybe Kanavi Flandre is up front, and then you have Cream. TN,
How'd you combine these two teams to make
opening the floodgates, rushing the backline.
a better one? Let's probably put. I would just take 369 and just put him on JDG, and then that would be it. That would literally be all.
The leader off at the head, and that'll be Ruler needing to be shut down early into these fights.
And Flandre's getting chunked. TSTP though.
But JDG, they want to take a bit of a front to back. They want to poke down with Flandre. And they want to
I just don't see how Yagao actually gets a good flank off here.
Yeah.
And like once again, they're second on the objective, and it can be started right now.
I guess JDG have a bit more just because of Zeri being able to throw that out, but Varus and the Jace just hammering away at each other.
How can play?
Go for the engage, though. JDG doing
I think the Nico pick was actually kind of weird.
They're in an awkward position around the wall right there.
Hey, we're starting to finally do some damage. It's like so hard for them to contest though.
Go for another one, can't hit it. JDG are forcing the hooks out.
Like they're trying to just get control of this bush so that they can actually walk in.
Way towards this dragon pit.
Yeah, I mean, TS are getting chunked.
Oh, you guys dead. GG.
Oh, they don't need Mako's hook because they've got Cream. And now reset.
Missing is dead. Yeah, it's GG.
One by little one. Cream is off in the back line, and Ruler is
Oh, Ruler's trying, bro.
But Jackie Love's got an arrow to the
Oh,
heart, and
good
he's
hit.
gonna take out the
Oh, are they
gunslinger,
just ending the game or what?
I said all you need was one more fight, and that
32.
lead
Yeah, they end. They end.
exploded.
JDG not.
Maybe not.
together in the late game.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you just go Baron. They have lethality Vera, so they actually don't do that much damage.
The opportunity. I'm
I guess
sorry,
it's just
I'm
Soul and Baron.
Superstar mid laner. I did not.
Or are they just going Baron? They're not getting Soul?
Oh my God. This man finds
Okay.
really the two big picks that
Yeah, I mean, you got no flash. It's just like it's very hard for JDG to play. I just don't think the Jace can make enough space for people to engage. Like the Lee Sin is just pretty useless in this game as well.
You get so comfortable.
Seems pretty impossible
knowing that
for
Mako doesn't have hook that you step up and then Cream
No,
goes over the wall.
Kanavi?
No way, not like this. Not like
Okay.
this. Okay.
They actually deny Soul here, I think.
You overread.
Oh.
I think they actually deny Soul at least. Gonna be pretty close. Bro, can we please watch the Drake? I don't want to see this again. We just saw this.
It's all
Man, I really hate replays in esports. Yeah, because like now you're like watching it all the important stuff you're watching on the small screen where two people just TP'd out and JDG's trying to like force the objective. Whereas everyone else on the map, it's so hard to see.
No one else can run forward.
Okay.
Just at least all of JDG getting.
And guess what? That last
They just rush it and they try to base here, or what?
Taken, so we're right back to it, and it's gonna be
Oh.
denying the soul from them. Cream coming over the wall now, though. Pop Blossom on the
They're on to Ruler. Ruler's just dead.
They can't get Ruler, but finally
Okay, I mean it's actually playable though. They should go out now.
Jackie Love is the one putting in the
Maybe it's not playable. Maybe it's just.
and that's a double kill for the most consistent AD carry.
They have a wave bot.
Esports. A triple, maybe looking for a quadra.
Oh, big.
Arrow, and that's it. A quadra kill
GG.
for Jackie Love.
And TES have the wave. They can push this one forward and bring us.
They're pinging on mid.
We'll see 10 seconds on missing.
It looks like they're just. Looks like they're not trying to end.
They have a lot of damage.
Looks like they're going 2 inhibs into top.
Now, but I don't know if it's
It doesn't look like they're trying to end.
Try to push it.
Do they want to risk it, or you just go for the 2 inhibs and back off? You don't risk it. 10
Yeah, you
seconds,
go 2 inhibs and then you rotate top here. Go 2 inhibs, you reset, you go top, end the game.
Okay,
No,
obviously.
they don't want the biscuit.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Jackie the GOAT. Yep, Jackie Love played well.
But a huge moment for TES.
I think that this is a comp where JDG just goes back to the drawing board. They go more engaged in the next game, or they go like different jungle pick in the next game. Like different styles of engage. Probably just remove the Nico. Feels like Nico is just like not super OP right now if you're not flexing it.
The combos are there from JDG.
I mean, Ruler didn't really have a good angle to go. I mean, he could have like, I guess, E'd the other wall and been completely out of the fight, but he thought he was dead with Nautilus ult on him, so he just took this angle.
At this point, Thompson Dominus keeps running it home, and it allows for Jackie Love to get that quadra.
Dude, what a game start off by Cream. I love that Jackie Love's getting all the praise here. A lot of the gold is his way.
Cream insane. Yeah, Cream is really good on R8. It's probably his best champ. I mean, he has a couple champs that he's really good at. Like Akali, Ari, these are probably his best champs that are in the meta right now. His Silas is also really insane. Something that I always love watching him play. And my favorite champion of Cream's is Kiana. But that champion is pretty dead for competitive play. That's just a solo queue champion at this point.
I like this. They have 2 waves of super minions to be able to play off of. It's gonna pull JDG back.
No one pushed the bot wave before they did it, but I guess, I mean, Cream could have pushed bot and then TP'd up. I think that probably would have been best.
This should lead to this turret going down
Push bot all the way.
at some point.
What I love about
So you're playing on all 3 lanes?
Sports is they were the ones with a little bit of time here in their first series coming out, but
We will see Kiana again for sure. Kappa penis.
executed together well.
Bro, that champion is just, when it's good and competitive, it's way too OP in solo queue, so they'll just keep it weak. There's a lot of champs like that. Like kha'zix is another champ like that. You know, we see Shaco always kept weak because it's so good in solo queue when it's good in competitive, or if it's ever gonna be good in competitive, it's so OP in solo queue, so yeah.
With the 2 waves of supers, right? You're really hoping for one of the squishy members of TS, you know, Cream or Jackie Love, to overstep and be able to find that pick. But not only does Jackie Love have GA, his cleanse is still up, and his flash is going to be up very soon. It's going to be really hard for JDG to find that perfect.
Yeah, probably a different angle, bro. Different angle in next draft. Maybe you go like a Lucian Nami type of idea.
From the rest of the team.
Could also remove Nautilus. First picket for missing.
Ruler has also completed his 4th item now, so getting very close to full build on
Not gonna lie,
consistent damage.
Mad looking better than JDG.
Ion, but we've seen them be able to target him out multiple times. Cream is just
You're not lying.
The charms onto Ruler, and he's gonna have to find a way to dodge them out a little bit longer here. As Jackie Love feeling very confident to step forward.
Yeah, just still trying to utilize just 2 waves of inhibs. But the bot wave was, late engage coming through. Navi.
He's on 369 here.
I mean, they have to try to do something. All right, they kill him. I mean, they use flashes for this. I mean, they use Kanavi flash for this, but like, what else are they gonna do?
Cream. Oh, he doesn't get the
Cream.
there, but it's TES who are moving in.
Not bad. I mean, it's a decent play by them, honestly.
Lose their base. They won't have any turrets left available.
They can heal and then maybe look top again.
Lose another inhib too.
Yeah,
They can't drop this inhib, bro. They can't drop it. Okay, they're TPing behind. They have to do this, bro. They have to do it. I don't hate it at all. Tien's dead. Oh my god, they're actually gonna deny Drake. Oh, big hit, big Q by Kanavi. Oh, Kanavi. Oh wait, Yagao flashed over to give Kanavi the fucking Q. Ain't no way. And Cream is ult again. All right. That was definitely not worth Yagao's flash, bro. Yagao just used his flash, which he needs desperately for the next fight.
People like Yagao and Kanavi were missing a bit of health. You could have probably found an advantageous position.
Oh man, I can't believe he used it.
Time to go with that TP flank. Opening up for JDG, but
Oh, oh shit. Kanavi is just dead. I mean, he's GA.
GA pop there as well. They are in front of the Dragon Pit, needing to get you.
Does Cream have ult back up? No, not yet. Jackie Love is here. Ian is still dead. I mean, this is 3v4. Ygal has ult, but he has no flash. TS should not be here. TS should leave. TS should leave for sure. They're just trying to like keep them here for long enough that they can go to Baron. They're gonna get Baron for free though. Do they just get Baron for free? Is that just the play? Just give Baron here? I mean, I guess, right? Like, what else can we do? All right, so TS get Baron, and then they just go straight top on this wave, I think.
I mean, that's a full item build.
I mean, it should be unwinnable for JDG, right?
Right from under the noses of JDG.
They're just trying to like figure out something to make it work.
Because they put all their presence bot side and Baron a buff.
They solve Ari being a patient by giving her perma ulti. Yep. Ari just has perma ulti now. I think BDS is greater than Fnatic. Yeah, I do. I mean, I hope Vitality beats Fnatic, dude. I just don't like watching teams like Fnatic just fumble the bag constantly, just not improve at all, and then end up succeeding in their region. Like, I just don't like that shit. I think the same. Okay, I mean, there's other reasons, obviously. Yeah, there's other things, obviously, that I don't like about T1, but it's like T1 is playing so far under their level that they can play at. If they end up beating Hanwha Life, it's going to make me feel like Korea is just not as strong. But if Hanwha Life win, which I think they should, nice, Fondra just misses Q through the gate. Yeah, then we get
some time here where that big goal differential isn't going to matter on some of the key.
A really strong Korea going into MSI.
I mean, hell, like Ruler's almost full build, and it's like, so what? He is less gold than Jackie Love. But TS looking to take advantage of that now. You need to be careful. JDG are going to hope to just engage on one side when 369 showing somewhere else.
Okay.
Goes in. He's
Missing tried to get it. Okay, they actually got Renekton here? No way they can win the game. No way. Oh, Kanavi? Okay, Jackie Love flashed. Or wait, no, Jackie Love didn't have flash. He just killed Ruler. All right, well, I guess 369 just carries the game. Cool. He kind of threw the game, but then he just carried it in the last fight. Nice.
They just have to cake some bodies with them here.
Honestly, oh wait, but will they? The fight's still going.
Gotta attack the Nexus here, but they want blood. They want to make the difference.
Creams is gonna have ulti back up in 5 seconds. Game extended longer than it should have, but yeah.
Ruler, in top esports, welcome to playoffs.
My God, man, 369 is
Ruler is such a fraud. I think Ruler's good. I think Ruler is definitely worse this split than he was last split, but I think he's still good.
Didn't end up connecting it, so couldn't reset. So 369 making the play there was really the only way that the TS turned that around and win that fight.
Woo! We had everything. We had a slow early game. All the time to talk about narratives.
All right, I'm gonna play the ads. They're gonna go in 1 minute. Probably get some water, and I'll be right back.
Even game. All of a sudden,
all right, let's hopefully we got a series.
Just to make the difference, they get out so far ahead, and JDG they scrap. They can't make it all the way through, and I think it's a top esports that we were waiting to see, and it's JDG who are now on the back foot, which is not often for them, even though they had won against top esports in the regular season. Now that is it for game number 1. You're going to take a little break, everybody, and you're going to come back here for game number 2. We'll see you there.
Isn't Jackie Love considered to be top 2 this split? Yeah, I mean, Jackie Love is probably the best. Probably had the best performance. Oh, I forgot water. What did I end up doing? Yeah, I don't know. There was just some moments where it's hard for JDG to play, but I think that JDG, this is like one of those games where even though JDG lost, they made the game tough for top esports. So it makes me feel like JDG is still going to be fine in this series. It's like it's almost like that BLG game where even though NIP beat BLG in game 2, it felt like the quality of the decisions made by BLG was just higher, which is normally better in a full series, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think that JDG could definitely bounce back. They just need to change the draft a little bit. I love this song. I think this series super matters though. To be honest, both these teams smack NIP. Yeah, I mean, both these teams should beat NIP for sure. There's definitely a top 3 and then everyone else in LPL. Who can never play in China again? Yeah, we'll see. Bro, I want to see what happens with this K-Corp roster. I gotta see the K-Corp news, guys. I gotta see the K-Corp news when it comes out. Would be so insane, bro. Put in my YouTube comments. VOD was muted at the end, but I'm pretty sure Dom says, like, what the fuck? There's no way I actually just say it all the time now. There's no way I'm just mentally ill. Just became a just a mentally ill stream. This has corrupted you. It's because Yamato made us watch the Korean cast for one day. One day of Korean cast, and we went from GG to. Shadow said early this morning that an LEC team contacts him, and he'd rather stream at home. Wait, is Shadow streaming in like Korea, like or in China? I mean, is he on Chinese platforms? What happened to Smolder? It's completely nerfed out of the game, essentially. Riot hates the champ. Nah, I saw something recently where like people were quote retweeting the designer of Smolder, because when Smolder was released, the designer tweeted out like, "I'm so happy that this champ I created is getting so much love." And then after it got nerfed, like the pick rate just went down to almost 0. And people were quote retweeting the designer and being like, yeah, your champion was getting a lot of love, not because it was cancer broken, but because it was just really, really because they really, really enjoyed the lore and the design of the champion. Actually, so yeah. So accurate.
Welcome back to the LPL and welcome back to our Spring Split playoffs. I'm Mazel, I'm joined by Lyric, and what a game number 1 that was for Top Esports. They played to their strengths, they come out victorious.
Yeah, I'm
remember Double F putting out a video saying it was weak at release, and they hotfixed it or buffed Smolder?
A little bit proper, right? You're fine.
Might not have might not have been electrifying.
No way, bro. I need to see this video. Please tell me.
Some great engages. JDG really being the player to benefit.
I need to see it. I need to see it.
Great down in the 2v2.
Most intelligent Double F take.
Yeah, it was exactly what you want to see as a TES fan.
Yeah, Top Esports grabbed the Varus first pick for JDG against Ruler of all people, and he shows his stuff here. A lot of these engages from Cream helped set up the fights for Top Esports, and their mid game was impressive.
Yeah, I love it. Playing team fights, kind of kiting back, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Once they got map control, like constantly shifting up from lane to lane, playing around their vision. Again,
Skarner is dog shit useless. I think Skarner was dog shit useless when they released it, but then they buffed it. They hotfixed it already, so it's probably okay. Shit felt clunky as hell.
And the combo of JDG and Mako has been one I'm super excited about. Super excited to have seen this split so far. But JDG has risen to another level. It feels like this split itself, after having been consistent for so long, it feels like this split is the one where he's trying to show I'm the top ADC in the LPL.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Sorry, yeah, I'm talking about jungle only. I didn't play top. I played a jungle and like the clear wasn't exceptionally good or anything. The clear was like pretty mediocre and ganks felt weird. I mean, it's kind of weird to just play Skarner in general because like
but now again, Cream in my mind really having
there's like a pretty big channel on the queue, not a big channel, but it takes you time to queue, so you like E through a wall, but then you have to like queue and pick up the rock, and then they just like walk away from you. It's pretty awkward, man.
In that game, but he was like the perfect role player that you could ask for. My God, what great charms.
And it hasn't been the
Doublelift is a genius. Remember when he said Korea would never catch up to the West because they got the game a year later? I feel so bad for Korea now. How will they ever catch up? Yep. Nah, I agree with that. Like, we're just 1 year ahead, but it's actually maybe that's like maybe that's why Korea always beats
and now what that has led to
NA at Worlds, because NA and EU, they're just they're playing the game 1 year in the future. They're just not playing on the current patch. So Korea just masters the current patch every time. We're just out there at MSI playing on 15-9. How can win?
Combos, but they aren't able to do it against TN and Cream.
No, again, TS are always going to be there contesting you for anything that you want to look for. And now, looking towards the next game, I'm curious how things shake up, right? Because we didn't really get wacky drafts. Teams kept things standard, but both of these teams having pocket picks they can lean on, like, my God, I just wonder if there's a world where we eventually just get like Draven coming out for.
Well, I think the weirdest part about Doublelift's take at the time, I mean, it's really easy to like hindsight the take and be like, oh, like he was wrong, so it's such a dumb take. But like that's, I mean, I think at the time the reason why the take is weird from Doublelift is at the time all the Koreans were just playing on NA servers, so it's not like no Koreans were playing the game in season 1. They were just playing with high ping on NA server, so they were still playing the game.
Second seed from JDG, pushing them down to third seed, but maybe JDG would be happy about having played that series against Weibo with a little bit of momentum going their way. It wasn't there in game number 1, even though they were fighting tooth and nail for it. And I think we got to the point where JDG were starting to feel a lot more comfortable. They were going to have a lot more cohesion in the team fights themselves.
Telling an argument with a friend who would have won MSI 2020. Probably just top esports.
Now we're into a game number 2 where
top esports or JDG, but probably top esports would have done it.
Way. We have JDG on the blue side, top esports on the red side this time around, and we already have the Tristana, Ashe, Nautilus ban by JDG. Some respect given over Mako's way, and the TF, Rakan, and the Lucian ban towards JDG. First pick Rek'Sai, as that was banned in game number 1.
Okay.
I was gonna say just go back to the Varus maybe. I don't know how afraid
Rek'Sai
in terms of not having mobility.
First pick for Flandre. That's looks really good to me.
Such a great performance in the 2v2 last game. Yeah, I think it'd be a more than fine option.
Also, still just that ADC that provides so much versatility, not only in the lethal hit plus lethality combos, but the Chains of Corruption giving you so much wiggle room to get engages.
Okay, Varus.
Rek'Sai is huge. We have seen there are not many answers to this pick in the top side, so I'm really looking forward to what 369 is going to try to take into that one here.
What is the pick here?
Probably be looking at that top.
I mean, I don't think we go Vi. Do we really just go Ari this early?
But I would expect maybe.
What is your go play, bro? You know, if they want to win, when JDG wants to win, they just slam Talia here.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Thinking about the Vi there.
They just go like Vi Talia here, and then you know they want to win really bad.
They could look back towards the Zeri again. That game didn't necessarily feel like Ruler doing anything atrocious, or the Zeri being a problem in and of itself.
If they go Talia,
I'm kind of with you. I'm more curious
it's time.
about what TS go with in terms of top lane. We've only seen 369 play against Rek'Sai once to split, and he ended up playing the Renekton. Other things that I think are pretty
okay, they go the Rel.
Like if you
they go the Flex. It's getting banned here, probably 100%.
Press your R and just ignore waves. We have seen that pick fall out of prominence.
Now, some flexibility in the first phase for JDG still here.
Bye.
Rel.
Whatever, man.
Lock in the JDG saw coming for top esports.
And it just makes sense.
What do they ban here? Xin Zhao?
Alongside the Ahri. Once again,
I think Xin is pretty good ban against Kanavi. He plays it really well. He understands how to make a bunch of space, so I would ban Xin here every time.
Take off the
Probably Zin Talia would be my bans if I was top esports.
End up banning out junglers, so saying, hey, even if
For
you're
JDG?
going jungle, we're fine with that. We don't want you going with things
They have options.
like having that crescent guard available to just
Oh,
make
Rumble,
Jackie's
okay.
life so hard.
Oh, Rumble, they could. I don't think they ban anything top from 369. I think that 369 is not the type of guy that has like insane counter picks to something like Rek'Sai. I would ban out a support here if I was JDG, and I would ban up Talia if I'm top esports.
Just say, okay, well, Kanavi, you're just going to be on the rel, and we'll see something else for missing. But I wonder what missing goes for.
Lee Sin. Ooh. I think the giving Yagao Talia here is crazy.
The Lee Sin is that target towards Kanavi, and the Renata is the response by JD.
You know, it might just be a Wukong angle. It might just be Taliyah Wukong. It's pretty weak early, but I could see them playing it for sure.
They banned out the Rakan themselves, so not really too many.
I mean, Kanavi could also go Sejuani.
left.
Not great with Talia, but
Be able to lean
I mean, I guess they don't have to go Talia. I just think it's by far Yagao's best champion.
wanted to, like a Braum, but
Aatrox?
I like this. Just end up waiting to see what the enemy support.
Nah,
takes.
bro, it's gotta be
Both
like a
counters.
Taliyah.
There's really no like perfect duos for the Varus left.
Talia Wukong?
Ooh, the Wukong.
Talia Wukong?
Here for
Annie?
Kanavi.
Okay, they go Annie Wukong instead. That gives them more proactivity. Okay, I can fuck with it.
For Yagao.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kanavi historically loves playing Wukong into Vi. He's really good at the matchup, so
Also, just some good bursts in general. Looks like TS thinking about just going towards the Alistar.
I don't mind it.
Would give some flexibility, right? A champion that does play into both having engage and disengage to try to peel for Jackie Love in these fights, and not a whole ton of threat that you have to worry about down in that.
I think it's 1-1.
You are facing the rel, so
I think it's 1-1.
you're
like,
you know, level 1.
I just don't see how top esports gets the damage to
all that much.
kill frontline here.
So the Alistar with
Seems hard.
some engage
Feels like
potential
the
there.
Varus can't play.
From Mako. The combination of Tian and Cream back at it yet again. A little bit more of a different combination between Kanavi and Yagao, but I still think those two 2v2s take the spotlight.
Yeah, at least in terms of being able to create action for JDG, right? JDG's comp is very one-note in terms of we know exactly who the carry is, right? A bunch of facilitators being surrounded by Ruler. So it's going to be about Kanavi being able to find opportunities or even shut down the potential picks and the potential dive coming out from TES with how much dive they have, right? Alistar, Ahri, Vi, so many things flying into the backline, just like last game.
He did have the resets to rely on last game as well, but this time around, he's going to need a little bit more of that tight execution here. Game number 1 was a resounding success for Top Esports. They found a lot of strength.
This is now will somehow carry late.
They still
I mean, I think Flandre's Rek'Sai is going to be super annoying for them.
Very dead even game for so long. And then some back-to-back engages from Cream on his Ahri. Set up Top Esports for success. They jumped out to a 3K lead, then a 6K lead, and then they won the game. Top Esports using some of that momentum from game number 1.
Lead, a 2K lead, a 3K lead, a 4K lead, and then a 5K lead.
They are sleeping.
Then a
the
6K,
Titans. They are
7K,
waiting
8K
to
lead.
Wake up into
Nice.
this series, and as we get into game number 2, let's hear those Jaios. So many big names, Lyric. So many big names. And only a few best of 5s left in our spring playoffs. Only a couple spots at that MSI, and only one LPL spring champion. I think both these teams, you could literally throw a dart and find some big storylines, some big legacies within the LPL, but I think that's where the
Where they
conversation
sit, saying translated to
going back to 2020. A lot of people remember that
English.
year,
It's like
but
kind of
they
like good luck.
have been consistently successful, it feels like.
Yeah, right. I mean, both these teams, I mean, for JDG, more so, right, winning more.
When is MSI?
titles, being
The
able to,
1st of May.
Make it to Top 4 Worlds
Yep.
twice compared to TES only doing it once. But TES have been able to make finals.
Dude, in 9 days, I'll be back home.
Finalists. Just sadly,
Crazy.
a lot of the time struggling to get over the finish line. I mean, you especially think, again, back to like 2022, being able to go to 5.
Jaio means fuck T1. Yeah, that's what they say. They shout it out before every single game.
Been close, but just not able to pull it over the line.
So many
This
5
year-
gamers too.
Yeah, this year might be it again. TS have not been a slouch. They might have lost to JDG. They might have fallen to BLG, but both series went to 3 games. Both series were very close. And how we saw in game 1, the power that TES brings.
Feels like Top Esports are the second strongest early game right behind BLG, and they used that very well in their history here. And again, make it good along that regular season loss to JDG, at least early on in this best of 5. But the biggest thing is you got to keep the momentum up. JDG are a terrifying roster. We've seen them pick apart Weibo. And in that game number 1, we saw them starting to find some of those advantages in the team fights, some of those moments, but they were just too far behind. So let's check in on the jungle pathing here. There will be a little bit of vision play from JDG. Kanavi has path up.
Yeah, Kanavi just 3 camps into red.
Trying to sniff out TN, just taking his
Forces him off the red, and now he's starting Raptors. Dude, Kanavi is way too comfortable on Wukong in these types of games. I'd be so shocked if JDG loses this game, man. I'd be so shocked if JDG lose it. I can't see it happening, bro.
And it looks like Kanavi's going to commit to the invade. So a lot's going to be determined by Yagao being able to move over to.
He's in the bush here. So Tien will not have vision. Now he uses the scanner, sees what's going down. Who's going to move first? Both of his lanes are under pressure. This is literally just a tussle, as we're going to see Tien try to fend off Kanavi. Guess who's roaming first? It's Yagao.
Okay, Kanavi ended up getting it, and Tien is no Q.
Out of his jungle now as well. Flandre on his way. All of JDG.
Yeah, they're like kind of boned here. The Vi is so far behind. Lost 2 of his camps.
Cream under pressure, so they couldn't assist. And they start moving first, just leaving Kanavi in that 1v1. So finds the red buff and gets a flash on top of it. Nice early game advantages being picked up by Kanavi.
He gets the camp, gets the pressure, and gets all the.
Okay, 1-1. I mean, it's just like there's certain comps that I see JDG play where I just feel like they're so it's so hard because like Flandre's on his Rek'Sai, he's really good at Rek'Sai. Yagao is super good at like they're just all on champions that they're so good at. And I just don't think that, like, even though Top Esports can definitely win the series, I just don't think that Top Esports is so much better than JDG that they can win when JDG's on an ultra comfortable comp. Like, you think about JDG last year when they were like beating T1's ass at MSI, like what were they playing? It was just like Annie Wukong. Even though it's a different Annie player, it's the same idea. Like Kanavi's best champion is Wukong, I think. He's so good at it.
A little bit, but luckily, especially in terms of mid and bot, you have tons of setup there. If there ever was an opportunity to go for an early kill, but
Wukong is doing his Krugs here.
I gotta catch up. I gotta get more levels under my belt so I can get that 6 point because thanks to that earlier invade, right?
Just to potentially be here if they need, if they are going to dive bot.
And that's really big.
Are they comfort champs for Top Esports?
He is the pillar.
I mean, kind of. Like, kind of comfort champs for Top Esports, but I also just think that Top Esports comp is just worse than JDG's comp. I think it's so hard for JDG to play the game in this game. Like, how do you play the game as JDG here versus Annie Wukong? Like, Wukong is brutal.
Coming into his own, being one of the big carries, again, kind of reminiscent to some of the
like early lane is obviously super positive for Rek'Sai versus Aatrox. I mean, you're really just beating his ass permanently.
But now we have neutral.
They're tanky. Like who kills? Think about this, bro. Who kills the Rek'Sai here? How does Rek'Sai ever die in this game? You have lethality Varus, Ahri, Aatrox, Vi. If this Rek'Sai goes full tank, actually, how does he ever die?
Back up top to try and contest.
We actually see Cream moving a little quickly down towards bot side of the map.
Also, who's gonna kill? Yeah, I mean that was my point, right? Like
up towards the top side, some pings coming across.
He's actually just unkillable.
So it looks like both junglers maybe want to watch some cartoons this morning.
Yeah, JDG already were pinging. They're heading out. Ooh, charm. Okay, so just forcing Cream out of lane. Really nice.
Tibbers.
I mean, we had JDG already pinging out that they were heading towards Scrubs even before the Kanavi recall came out. So,
okay, so they do this just so Kanavi can start Scrubs.
Cream out of lane 2. So it's gonna get Kanavi an easy time.
He should just go beeline to Drake here.
Cream doesn't even have TP to get back to lane.
Yeah, with their composition too, you really love that. Flandre is going to be so annoying in the side lane if you can get the might spawns as well, but the team...
Look at Flandre's base.
Win and then push and move.
All right, bro. Nice base, Flandre.
See, Ruler, feeling a little hot today. I've been seeing him using the fan. He's been,
How'd you go lethality Varus? Because it's so hard for you to get near to the fights.
Right. Feel the pressure here.
Like if you walk in and you try to auto against any of this, you just get your head chopped off. So actually, how do you play? Like you have to go lethality.
But doesn't seem like they'll be able to do anything off this. The dragon already being finished. JDG also having a serrated Dirk of his own, so a bit more power being there for both sides, but definitely still in favor of JDG.
Feeling very similar to that first game. There was a little bit of blood spilled on the Rift. I think that's just a little bit of antsiness getting out of it. But very quiet early game. A lot of things looked for, but not able to be capitalized on.
Bring top lane, and you're gonna get 6 grubs in this game. Nah, it's 1-1, bro. I know it's 0-0 in this game. I am just so like, maybe I'm just so JDG pilled that it's crazy, but like,
down here, there is Kanavi around the
I've been watching this team, like the core of this team, play for years now.
We'll see if they end up looking for this. Waves push in, and
I guess it's like the Kanavi. I mean, honestly, Yagao is interchangeable, but like the core of this team, this missing Kanavi, like flank engage or like engage champions, like one of them can flank, the other one goes to the front. Ah, bro. Who beats Rek'Sai top in general? And people like TF. That's like the thing that people pick. Oh, nice. He chunked Flandre. Nice. Well played 369. You chunked him.
JDG had an incredible game. #1 on the Varus. Gonna do much the same. Looks like a similar.
Wait, why is Rek'Sai about to be higher health than you?
Maybe this is just how slow we get when we have, what do we have, 5 world champions on the Rift, you know? We're just gotta take it a bit slower. We gotta make sure we're doing.
I mean, we've got to go to all 5. So, like, I mean, that's just fate. We've seen these two teams go to 5 so many times. Like, we're just taking our time to get there, right?
You can play Rumble into it. Yeah, actually, I mean, that is true. The champion that I've seen do the best into Rek'Sai is.
He has the heals.
Yes, another tunnel. But yeah, the champion that I've seen do the best into Rek'Sai is Rumble. It feels like Rumble can actually get a lead, and you can dive / kill the Rek'Sai with Ignite. And then you can like early item an Oblivion Orb. And you can perma apply it.
And yeah, just really JDG doing a nice job.
They're just gonna ult Flandre, bro. This is so int if they try it.
All right, we're in an awkward 2v2 here. Vault Breaker charged up. He does have flash available to use that combo. Not going to go for it this time around.
Both sides end up backing off. But we do have
both supports are coming up.
Making their way over.
More.
Neither team wants to give this up.
I want more bodies.
3v3 should favor JDG, I think.
Okay, top esports are
yeah, JDG should win this hard. Mako should not go.
That's going to be a re-engage there. Go. Using the pulverize. Flandre not able to find a big angle on the other side. So 3v3 stalemate yet again. Their mid laners were hovering.
Like JDG knew it. You could tell that they knew it.
They're not going to do it after they
without Aatrox ult, I just think that they can't win. I can't see how they can win.
Yes. Gotta assert dominance.
I think they would have to like one-shot Kanavi maybe. Maybe if they one-shot Kanavi, then they could win. Probably the only way I could see it happening. Okay, no anti-ult for the potential. Oh, nice from Flandre here. He's going to get a good trade.
Nice dodge on the chain by Flandre with the all-in.
Dodging the Q.
Little combos there. You love to see it. For both these teams, I think JDG.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be no anti-ult for grubs, like we said. Okay, so
really the
let's see.
Early to mid game is built on the jungle mid 2v2s. And
with Ahri involved, I think the fight becomes a lot closer. I think 3v3 top, they lose, but with Ahri and Annie both involved, maybe it's winnable. Damn, if they have to give grubs, it's not great for them, to be honest.
They look like they will just get all 3.
Getting 3 grubs, I thought they would just be able to get 6 for sure.
JDG were hoping that maybe they could find some sort of pick, or if TS overextended, didn't commit everyone up towards top side. That didn't happen, so now it means a bit behind, getting back onto the bottom half of the map. Maybe they would have been able to steal some camps away otherwise. But still, Kanavi actually could just walk in right now. Still having a lot of time to assert some vision control down in bot jungle.
Lose the grubs. Okay. And Ruler's like farming pretty well. Chilling super hard. Doesn't have his Shiv yet though. Hasn't cashed his call.
Maybe an opportunity in and of itself for top esports. That item spike on a JDG. Dragon's still spawning in a while, so even with all this vision control JDG are putting down, the
Navi doesn't have Sundered Sky. I mean, they could give this Drake if they really want to.
So we might not actually see that contest in it.
Oh wait, he does have Sundered Sky. Never mind. Okay.
That would be so crazy to me because, like you said, Dracula having the opportunity right now. Ruler just sitting on.
Isn't he? Yeah, he has Sundered Sky. No, they fight this 100%.
I mean, Tien can just finish up his Krugs, reset, and then make his way down. I think with the amount of pressure they'll have in bot, they should be able to dissuade JDG from doing anything, even if they wanted to try to contest or look to the dragon themselves. They are pinging it out.
I want 5v5s. We're going to have TP available for Flandre too. He is actually just trying to crash this wave into 369. Has a bit of a CS advantage there as well in the top side.
Wow, Rek'Sai Gaming.
Rek'Sai, again, a pick that we've seen.
Wow, this Rek'Sai is so talented. Nice balance.
LPL so far, but Dragon is up. JDG are in position, and Kanavi starting it up.
Sundered Sky better than Divine Sunder? Not on Wukong.
Yeah, okay, Jackalov and Mako actually even just going to pull
But
back off.
It's probably no, it's probably not a better item than Divine Sunder. I mean, Divine Sunder was broken.
Being too much right now.
I guess there's not much where Sundered Sky is a better item.
Go late now, or like we're literally getting split objectives.
Flandre is actually really respecting the Ahri dive.
Last game was so close for so long until it exploded, and they're just trading off here.
Sundered Sky versus Sundered Sky here.
Like when you say teams are trading objectives, right? I'd imagine them trading at.
Yagao is moving. Yagao is no ult though, or no stun though.
We are getting some.
Hey, Kanavi ended up getting it.
He's gonna be denied triple knock up there from Mako, but the blue buff secured by JDG.
Doesn't get jumped on. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Tien willing to go for the vault breaker, can't find it.
And I mean, JDG did a nice job of building like this small 1K advantage off of just consecutive invades, right? They've gone topside, stolen away that red buff twice. They've now done it with the blue buff too. It's just small moments like this starting to build up. That and the CS advantage.
They're looking to potentially dive bot.
Balancing out Jackalov.
Ruler's giving. He can maybe hit Mako a bit here.
A little careful there. They're actually just
nice from missing. They can turn this. Clean.
Does a lot of damage with that lightning crash, and it's going to be missing that claims that one. First blood to JDG. Flash play from Yagao. They actually have a lot of damage on the Cream, but he has the Spirit Rush to get away. Kanavi trying to build
I mean, that was a flash from Yagao. They didn't kill Cream. They only got his ult. Doesn't really matter. He has Malignant CDR boots, so.
Nice counterplay coming out from JDG. I mean,
decent counterplay. He'll ended up going to missing though.
Mako ends up paying for it. And we'll go into the replay, seeing exactly how it went down. Again, TES just lost their blue buff. They lost on our dragon. They're hoping.
Yeah, missing just outplayed.
Play happen, but
Queued the headbutt, flashed the Q, and then WR'd back in.
Tien's Q is shown. It's like, hey, you know, there's no threat of him jumping in.
I think that here Yagao was actually trying to go for Tien and Cream. He was hoping he could hit both.
Timing from JDG was very nice. The movement from the entire team down towards bot side perfectly timed with the aggression.
No flash on this guy.
We see with that player gold graph.
No flash ult on Mako there. Damn.
From JDG. And they
guess Yagao didn't have ult yet.
On the map.
I thought that they were just going to try to kill Mako there.
Defensive stance here.
Respected tempo.
Similar to last time around, I feel like JDG will have more DPS once again, you know, having the Zeri, but they also do have better frontline coming into this game, right? Rel support, Wukong in the jungle, Rek'Sai, like, you have a ton of bodies that you have to get past as TS to be able to find Ruler, unless you're finding the flanks. Hell, even plays that Cream made last game, right? Like, maybe finding a charm onto Kanavi or Flancher won't be as impactful when there are that many people. Beefy people.
There's a 0 MR Rek'Sai that's going to be able to just like easily lane versus Arian out sustain, which is so much different than other top laners, by the way. Like a lot of times when people do this swap, the top laner gets punished. Like I see the swap into like Gnar, I see the swap into champions like Renekton. You know, we saw Odo get killed in this type of situation. I mean, we see the swap happen where you put the Ahri side lane versus the top laner, and the top laner that's building armor for his lane ends up just getting completely abused. You watch the swap versus Rek'Sai, and Rek'Sai is just full HP the entire time and like pushing out the Ahri. It makes actually no sense.
Pressure in mid. You're really not gonna have that many opportunities to try to answer sides now with Flandre matching the Ahri, because I guess you could still send Fi down there, but he might be able to escape.
I'm very curious at the lane swap, or at least the assignment here, where we have Yagao answering towards 369. I think the next big thing for JDG is how they get these engages kicked off. They need to have a bit of a front-to-back setup. They need to keep Ruler alive. You said that in draft. That's how they have to approach this. But the engage potential from them is huge. Yagao with the flash Tibbers with the stun on top could be very massive for them.
Yeah, it would be huge. And to go back to the lane assignments, I think it's about sending Flandre down to match the Ahri, because, you know, that's where the Vi would want to play around. And again, there's definitely some potential there to find that kill, especially not having any magic resist for Flandre yet. Just going straight.
Who's the previous AD carry for JDG? Hope.
Seems like a bit of overkill to just fully complete the item instead of just sitting on Bramble Vest. But still, it would take a lot of commitment for them to be able to take him down. Rek'Sai is absolutely an obnoxious champion right now.
And again,
Slow
I
game,
just
but
don't feel like we've
a slow
seen,
game that's favoring JDG.
like, good answers into it. We've seen like sustainable answers into it.
And the person
We
that's
haven't
scaling
seen,
the hardest
like,
in this game,
aggressive answers.
I think the person that's scaling the hardest in this game is Ruler. The second hardest scaling champion in this game is probably the Aatrox. I think the Aatrox game is like not super easy.
Pulling JDG around the map. We know JDG to be very strong in late game, but Top Esports upended that in the game number 1. Now they have the Rift Herald. They can set up their tempo play around this next dragon.
And you know that's probably exactly what they're looking to do. We can see TS committing for this now. I wonder if JDG answer, because Cream's already used his.
Oh, they're trying to go early onto Ruler. Ruler cleanse though.
Ruler just on the back line pops his lightning crash here. Jackie Love gonna claim missing.
Okay, Flandre is behind. TS just broke their necks before Yagao could get there. Pretty big.
Team fight to JDG, and they catch them while they were trying to move to Dragon.
Actually pretty big. Nice, they win the play.
That one, they were hoping to be able to get more than missing, but still missing will be enough for them to.
Wait a second. Wait, what is Ruler building second? He's just going every second? Do people even do this?
On the opposite side of the map, but decided against it.
That was way too close, actually.
Way too close. Oh my God, he's just taking the express subway out
Obnoxious.
of it. It's actually insane.
Nice from Top Esports though.
Does get spotted up in bot side, so they'll deliver
Oh, they
some
would
gold
actually,
and
they might actually be able to kill
Yen and 3.
Ruler there.
I do gotta say,
They just need Yagao to group up earlier. It's mainly it.
Oh, yeah,
no,
for sure.
we haven't seen too much of it yet, so I will keep welcoming.
Oh, can he
Rek'Sai to
drive?
Overlord.
Can he drive? Missing wants to deny it. Oh, he can't get in front of it. He's round the corner.
Getting in
He's
front of it
driving
doesn't do
full
anything, by the
speed,
way.
Full head, and he got it. Look at the
I don't know why
drive.
Mazel said he can't get in front of it, as if like getting in front of Herald does anything. If you get in front of Herald, it's not like you become a wall and it stops the Herald. Like all that happens is the Herald just knocks you up. You can drive the Herald through people.
We're gonna see the replay here. Like you said, just getting caught in transition, hoping to find their way into Ruler, but the charm ends up getting cleansed. But still, it leaves missing in the middle of no man's land, and that ended up being enough. I even like how TS started to back up early on, being aware, not aware, but like threatened by the TP, paying respect to what Flandre could have done if they overcommitted to him.
What is this, man?
I'll just say that's twice now.
IWD goat steer. Okay, man.
Teams have been caught around those lips, around the rock, and especially around the dragon pit there, and the difference is just the decisiveness of the engages that we're seeing come through so quickly. And I think that harkens back to the point for Top Esports, where their approach so far in this series has been to just strike when they see the opportunity into JDG.
Yeah, and right, even though TS's early game has still been insanely strong, like this split, especially in comparison to some other teams, it's not like they've been as like ruthless, bloodthirsty as, you know.
Heavy just got 3-0'd in PCS finals, man. Rest in peace, Heavy. Hey, at least he beat Karsa's ass. I don't know how, but at least it happened. Karsa's ass did get beat.
First item spikes across the table. We actually see Mako taking an engage. The charm going a little bit wide there.
I want to see JDG just group up and pull the trigger.
Grouping. JDG, they don't have the items yet. They don't have the ability to really back.
They're really just waiting for second item for Zeri.
And they're relying a lot on Jackie Love to get the poke down first at this point, right? Having 2 items finished up, he actually is going to be able to deal significant amount of damage onto key players from JDG.
Oh, they get mid-turn. I mean, Top Esports is playing the macro better than JDG right now, which is surprising because JDG is generally like way better macro team than Top Esports.
Nice job of keeping up this vision line.
Oh,
potentially find picks. This might set up for the dive.
Yeah, they're just all coming up here.
Oh, Kanavi got sniped by Jackie Love. Oh, that was so well played. Big. Flandre has no TP. Yagao is gonna have to TP back to deny potential Baron.
Yeah, just
Jackie Love predicts the W. Big.
Pull the trigger there. Kanavi not being able to get away from that chains of corruption.
Flandre doesn't have TP yet. Flandre's bot without TP, bro. Holy fuck. Wait, what's happening?
2K gold up once again ahead in Drake's. They could potentially be at Soul Point in a minute and a half. Just a lot going for them right now.
And I think at this point you have to start begging the question, is Varus going to be a ban priority for JDG, or can they just take it if they're back on blue side? Because this pick has been so crucial in setting up and making Jackie.
And this is just really nice by Varus here.
Yeah, it has. But first we gotta look at the dive.
We're
gonna see Flandre, stopping 3. You know, I actually forgot about 369 coming in after I saw the Chains of Corruption anyway. So, yeah.
All right, they get the global red though.
But
Jackie is strong though.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think JDG definitely should start fighting. Like, they should just be fighting this 100%.
Like, even ignoring the Draven, right? Things like the Callista is something that Jack.
Leandri's completed for Annie, looks like.
I think like Renata's Mako's second most.
Should have it.
Most played champion this split because of it. So it's like, all right, you can take that away, but I think there's gonna be other options there that give.
Oh, they're trying to go into Flandre. I mean, Flandre is fine. He has so many tunnels anyway.
Being able to play from a safe distance.
Probably need Flandre to just like make a lot of space here. Might be even a fight that's like better if Flandre ends.
I can't, you know, I'm a
like if Flandre just turbo ins, but it allows his team to follow up and like he actually unironically makes space. It's probably pretty good.
I don't know why.
All right, everyone has red and blue.
Okay.
We're about to enter the Flanders zone here. No, that doesn't work. Anyways,
We need some unironic space making from the rec side.
As the Dragon is spotting in about 10 seconds now. Top Esports would go to.
They're going through bot side here.
And again, look, they're getting.
And they pull the trigger on 369.
Knowledge of the enemy.
He's gonna pop his world ender, burn his flash, double cyclone there.
And he's killed him.
His way out of that one.
All right, they pulled the trigger here. Double flashed on him. Should be free Drake.
Similar to last game where Jaculop's pushing the wave, it gives.
He has no TP as well.
To find the pick.
Should be impossible for Top Esports to fight this. If Top Esports show up here, they should just be losing the game. They can like try to harass and stuff, but they need to chill out. Oh, Jackie Love just missed his ulti as well.
The front line here to push them off, and Top Esports will learn better of it.
I mean, this makes sense. I don't think TS were ever really thinking of committing for a fight.
They wanted to catch them in that side thing again.
Like, stay in the area. You have the
bot turret as well. All right, pretty even game. But I mean, like we said earlier, I thought even game just.
Yeah, realizes he has to burn his.
I feel like even game actually should just be favoring JDG with their comp.
Ends up getting away in the end.
269, what are you doing? Didn't think that they were all gonna send it on him through bot.
Evening it up, and it all starts.
Like his team is pretty close to him here.
Flandre with the flash play.
Yeah, 369 getting a little too big for his britches, walking very far forward. Where again, look where the rest of his team was. Really only Cream was like moving forward and aggressively posturing.
Holding 2 spell shield items versus Varus or versus Rek'Sai definitely feels bad. Yeah, it does. For sure.
In that small
Cream?
Cream realized someone was there, but maybe didn't realize 2 people were there. Magnus Sword coming in. Mako is there. Spirit Rush gonna be.
Oh, Kanavi's got to be careful here.
Now TN has a lot of damage to get back.
They go on TN. Should be 2 deaths.
He's gonna get taken out. No way. Kanavi is dead.
I mean, TN is dead.
Mako, but TN is the next to fall.
They keep on going.
And now Cream needs to make his way.
Cream is getting like murdered here.
Getting stopped in his tracks.
Cream is getting absolutely murdered there.
Jugglers traded on both sides.
Jugglers traded. TN uses flash. Kanavi had no flash. It's whatever.
Quite nice, but look at this. Looks like 2 turrets on the map.
And they get 2 turrets off it. I mean, it's a good play for JDG, man. Good play. If they can deny global red, it's really good.
I mean, TS are gonna have to contend with what they were
doing. Germany so far, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I don't like dislike Germany. It's just like I'm here because this is where people I know are. If I might come back to Europe for Worlds. If I do, it's probably a Netherlands angle, and then after Netherlands, it's probably a little vacation in Italy angle.
Nice job on the Q into the crash down. They got rid of the spell shield from the first.
It's close from Kanavi. He almost killed Cream there.
It's gonna be here where the
oh, Kanavi did a lot of damage here.
But the charm, Chains of Corruption, like, my God.
I mean, you know what did a ton of damage is the fucking Malignance and the Annie. Tibbers.
JDG were able to answer. So
Berlin is not Germany. I've been to other places. I've been all over Germany.
That play with the map control that they were able to garner after that by
Big Jizz meet it. Yeah, I gotta meet Big Jizz at some point.
And that's where we have to talk about Top Esports a little bit more in the way that they can approach this one now, because we've talked so much about JDG's teamfight potential, not only in the character they've built and the strategies they've employed this split, but this composition itself in a game number 2. And Top Esports, they are still looking for those single targets. They really want to get the ball rolling. But it's
Ever moved to here
bit
permanently?
harder.
No,
You can
probably not
have
permanently.
So many pieces committed to that.
I would potentially buy like
So
a
they're hoping
apartment
that some
in
of the
Europe
JDG shows on Botway
and be here like part of the year.
TS are thinking
Potentially do that, but I don't think I would do it permanently.
Here because Baron's up. But 369 is teleport, so it means TS wouldn't really be under much threat of Baron being able to go down anyway. But JDG, I don't know if they read the play because again it is a pretty common one or what, but not giving the opportunity over. You got waited until the wave got all the way into turret.
Now we are on 3 items there for JackeyLove now as the upgrade. Miramana, and we are going to be getting close to 3 items for Ruler as well. JackeyLove had an impressive performance in that game, number 1. He had some really good moves within the team fights as well. Ruler definitely set up a little bit more in this one than he was in that game, number 1. So
Ruler's really strong.
The gunslinging these guys can bring to the table.
I'm surprised he didn't go an attack speed item though. I felt like doesn't everyone just like going in attack speed item second? Like this would be a decent Runan's game, I think.
We finally have those
3 frontline. If not, like PD I think would be pretty good as well, but he just went straight Navari.
And we were also excited when Ruler came over.
Going towards Baron to control it.
After, you know,
enemy goes too quickly towards
NG, and he definitely made a splash
Drake
in the LPL.
All right, they're trying to bait them in.
Do so yet again. JDG start up the Baron. They have Flandre on the
looking
side.
for a turn here.
A bodyguard.
They're just trying to get the TP out. They're still going to look for a turn here, I think.
Swing. Flandre is going to be pushed out by the TP of Top Esports. Baron stopped right now, but they're still positioning for a fight.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it.
They don't know which
like
side
Flandre just needs to get in there and start the fight.
On top side, Flandre is on the bot side. Now missing his less health bar.
Oh, that was too far from Flandre though. Can he take the tunnel back? He needs to take the tunnel back or he's inting. Oh, Flandre inted.
He tries to void rush to safety, but he cannot. JackeyLove claims the kill.
They're probably going to have to give Drake and try to leverage Baron again. It's probably the play. You probably just like try to wait for Flandre to respawn and then go towards Baron again. Ruler just ulted. Did they start it? I think they started, bro. I think they actually just started, no?
To make the play up towards Baron. We'll see if they commit to baiting out or if they just end up taking away this vision.
They're just baiting it.
It's not a start. They're waiting.
I guess he didn't know that Tien was already
Mago's ult. He's just one shot though. Oh, Kanavi griefed. Oh, 369 didn't land. I don't know, man. It's so hard. It looks like Ruler does no damage here. Damn, bro. Kanavi didn't ult. Damn, Kanavi just didn't ult. He just got one tapped. Quadra from 369. Okay. 369.
Huge deep bite coming
big.
For TES 369.
All right. They're outplaying right now.
Of those kills, finishing
the play from Kanavi was not good here.
What a play.
JDG kind of getting outplayed at their own game.
With the best of why
This would be insane if Top Esports wins the series.
Waiting for the competition to approach. Now they are
Rogers is making space. They're probably going to try to go Baron. I mean, if Ruler had ult there, they definitely win the fight. But the only reason Top Esports is fighting like that is because Ruler has no ult. All right, they probably just go back and play the Baron game again. Yagao has no flash here, but Kanavi does have flash. And there's a lot of flashes missing from Top Esports. Like, all their flashes are missing. So I think that even though it feels bad that you lost the situation, I'm pretty sure what JDG needs to do is run it back. I think they need to run back the same situation and just play it better this time.
And it just feels so right to see 369 popping the hell off. We came into this series saying he's the best top laner in the LPL.
Okay, Cream ended up ulting here.
Best in the world. And he's having a hell of a performance on an Aatrox that he was kind of rebuffed early on in the game.
They're just going to run it back, right? Like, you have to?
Now he's finding
I think you just have to.
They cannot focus him. They have to focus so many other pieces of Top Esports in the team fights.
Yeah, and again, we were
they're just going to rush it? Yeah, I mean, I think they have to, right? Like, this is just the right play.
I see you.
Cream is no ult for a bit anyway.
50-50 here. They might just be trying to take the game off of an engage on the back of it. It's already down about quarter health here. Tien
Going on to missing. Flandre is hinting.
JDG's engaged. They take out Flandre so quickly. Kanavi, he finds Jackie.
Oh, he didn't get the Q. Okay, but Ruler's doing a ton of damage here. Let's see. Any carry? He can't.
Everyone's got it. Jackie, Love, and Cream. Here comes the cease and desist. And they
But this is bad from Tien. Yagao zoned both the backline members here. Oh, they hit. Okay. I think they just go Baron here, don't they?
That is JDG.
It's close, bro. It's close.
Did such a good job of creating space for
Cream still had ult. No, it's just he had no charges in his ult
at
at that point. Or I'm not sure exactly when you said it, but he had no charges in his ult.
Pumping the damage now as well. He was able to dodge out of a lot of the re-engage that top esports were throwing their way. I mean, I understand the angle from Tien because Ruler wasn't close enough to a wall. Like, it does make sense. The thing is that Yagao was holding stun and zoning both backliners, so be a nuisance.
it is what it is. Flandre has to go over here, I think.
So here comes Kanavi out of it, but Kareem wants to get in there and steal it. He's not going to use a spear rush in. The Baron getting low. He goes.
Oh, he got it! He's a hero! He's the GOAT! My boy. He actually saved the game, bro. He actually saved the game. Damn.
The man walks in and just takes the cash straight out of the register. JDG, what are you doing?
She has ult again? Yeah, she has ult again. She ulted 3 times in this fight, but that's just like standard. I'm not even surprised by it anymore. That's just how the champion works now. You just get like 3 ultis per every fight.
Oh my god, Cream, dude.
Yeah, you can just get a solid 18 ult charges in a fight in like an extended situation. Because they were even trying to burst it. Like JDG was even trying to burst it here.
He has been making the difference in this playoff so far.
That's crazy, bro. And he got Yagao too.
No jungler there for.
I mean, the shutdown goes to Ruler, which is obviously good for Ruler, but yeah.
Such a great window.
Oh, Ruler's pretty strong. Wait, he ends up going the Runans now. Okay.
Having such big game-defining moments. It's really been great to see.
And it's not.
Navi wants GA badly. Trying to farm level 16 as well.
It's a dual carry potential for top esports in the combination with Tien. And they are the ones that are taking advantage now with a little bit of that lead in their direction.
I'm new to League of Legends, and I mainly watch the LEC. Is this Ruler guy a better Zoe than Fnatic Noah? Yes, he's the best Zoe in LPL.
The good thing is, look at the timers on
the absolute best Zoe we've ever seen.
They sync up quite nicely, as TS should be able to at least maintain prio to be in the advantageous position for that next dragon, for what would be their soul. So hopefully they can leverage this well, not get picked off by JDG. You can see there's a bit of fear in terms of overextending too far with this Baron to pressure some of these turrets.
I mean, 369 is looking pretty strong, bro. He's looking pretty scary. He did get murdered by Ruler in the last fight. Wait, Ruler is so rich. Holy fuck, Ruler is rich.
Full build for the Zeri. We've seen him there before.
They're really trying to get onto a third item for Kanavi. This GA.
We are getting to those late game builds.
I mean, Kanavi tried to flash on Jackie Love, but he mechanically played it pretty poorly, to be honest.
Explode the lead either way.
Yeah, with Yao finishing up that Morello, I think he's just consciously saying, like, hey, this next fight is the big fight. I just need to have as many stats as I can, finish up whatever I can finish up. And we're gonna see now if that's what they opt into, because TS now trying to force their way into River.
I mean, this is soul for top esports if they get it.
I was going to say, even if they wanted to be a bit more cautious, they could have even waited for this next wave.
I feel like Flandre's been playing the fights pretty poorly, to be honest. He's been like inting his HP bar like a little too much. I think he can int, but he needs to int when his team is close enough to like help him, which he hasn't been doing.
Going to get the TP in from Flandre. He has completed his Hysteric's Cage, so he's even more tanky. 369 has just walked his way.
Good if they can get Mako's ult.
On the other side, Mako already chunked pretty heavily here, Lyric. They're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Flandre can play so confidently, and it's all.
Navi's level 16. 2 GAs on top esports though. 2 GAs on them is pretty big. What happened to Yagao? Yagao got chunked.
Exactly, that's 2 Qs. Only 2
big.
Qs have hit Yagao.
Yao's gonna base and TP back, I guess. Ruler got mid push here.
This is a soul. This is a
soul.
Oh,
this is a 369. Okay.
Missing the engage there.
Yagao's gonna base and try to TP.
Pit rather. Yagao really try to force this recall.
Yeah, I mean, he got spotted out the first time. It seems like TS maybe.
They got the mid wave in, so they got mid turret off of it. JDG.
Or they could have tried to force an engage through. Still taking this one very slowly.
Getting control of this bush would be
Look at the waves
huge.
on the minimap. Like, Top's pushing into them.
Navi's actually just doing Krugs, bro. What?
Great spot.
Navi is just unironically doing Krugs here. Okay.
Out the chains of corruption here. It's coming up actually very shortly for Jackie Love. Flandre trying to go on the.
Oh, he's getting cream.
Getting chunked by Ruler, and it's
Cream
starting to get
reset now?
huge.
Does Cream have to reset?
They need to wait though, because chains of corruption is up now for Jackie Love. But JDG don't want to wait any longer. The back will get completed. Oh my God, it's just back and forth.
Bro, it's so tense actually. I am shitting my pants as we speak.
Mid, but now JDG are
They
starting,
gotta,
so he needs
he
to
has
TP
to
in.
TP. He's going bot side. Half health on the dragon here, but top esports.
That's Jackie Love's ult here.
Not gonna pop the
Launcher got out. They're trying to go into missing. They get the Drake onto Cream. Navi's kind of in no man's land, but Zeri's opening up. 369 is actually in trouble here. Okay, they actually do they get 369? They didn't get him. They didn't get him yet.
Here comes Cream. Here comes
okay.
They can't get him, but
it looks one. In the end, in the wave, they can they end? I think they can end. They can end bot. Bro, how did they win this fight? Who did Wukong end up ulting here? Did Kanavi just int it?
2 quadra kills.
Dude, the double GA actually just ended up winning the fucking game so hard here.
This man is really delivering.
What the fuck? Kanavi just didn't ult?
Going to be able to take the
Bro, that was super I mean, dude, if Top Esports wins this game, then I guess they're just the fucking best team. I guess they're just better because this is like the most JDG comp you could ever get. It's like a good spot for them as well. Damn, they're just better than JDG at JDG's own game. Crazy. I need to watch what ended up happening to Kanavi.
What a big game from TES. Again, we were coming in hyping up JDG's team fighting, but my God, TES.
Yeah, this is like this borderline makes me think that it's like unwinnable for JDG. Let's see. I want to see what happened to Kanavi in this last fight. Cause I feel like Kanavi, like, where's his ult? How does Kanavi play this? Oh, Kanavi griefed this super hard, by the way. Kanavi could have went onto Jackie Love here, but he tried to go into the, like, there's a couple different ways Kanavi could have played it. First thing he could have done, he could have just ulted on top of the GA and 369 would have insta-died. Like, if he just ults right here and 369 gets insta-knocked up after his GA, then he's just 100% dead, right? Kanavi was saving his ult this whole time. And then the other option would be that he could like flash onto this side because he had flash. Kanavi had flash and ult. He could flash onto this side and one-shot Jackie Love with Flandre. And then hope that Ruler wins this side of the fight and he could like win this side of the fight with Flandre for sure. But he actually griefed it as hard as humanly possible. Bro, this is actually all on Kanavi in this fight. I think, let me see how everyone else plays it. But I think Kanavi actually made the big mistakes. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Kanavi not get, like, you can't not ult in this fight as Wukong. It's just not a thing, I don't think. I mean, there should be shot calling here. Is it really entirely his fault? Yeah, good point. I guess it's not his fault then. Room's just better, man. Yeah, I mean, maybe they draw an Ari ban now after this. Yeah, that looked like it should have been all JDG. right, let's play the ads. All right, TS 3-0. It's 7 odds. Didn't actually expect it to happen though. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I think 3-0. I mean, we'll see. Like, if Top Esports wins that game, then yeah, 3-0 feels like pretty likely. But I think the JDG is also a team that can come back in series. They've reverse swept teams before. I think, didn't they do it to I think they did it to Top Esports in one of the series. One of the series in 2022. They did back when Lumao had hands. Yeah. Back when Lumao was not sprinting it. Yeah, they reverse swept them in semifinals of season 12. Lost the first 2 games, won the next 3. Which is obviously how a reverse sweep works. And then in finals, it was just win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Ah, blue side just won every game. Nice, man. And then Top Esports said, only reason we lost is because we didn't get to play blue side 3 times. Oh wait, never mind. That was T1. Sorry, got confused. It was all 2022, bro. It was a blur to me. I was collecting a free paycheck in BLG. Wait, really? No way, he's still on the roster. Wait, he's still technically on the roster as a sub support? No shot. That's crazy to me. Maybe he's kind of like a positional coach or something. Wait, is he still playing solo queue? Let me check his solo queue accounts. Okay. Guys, a retirement plan? Yep. Fucking Lu Mao, man. .369 is getting humbled. Or tumbling. Flandre, I mean. Flandre is getting humbled. Bro, imagine if they went to Leisha though last game. Could have been huge. Look more dynamic and exciting than BLG. I mean, I think BLG just is like him, but it's not like it's unwinnable for top esports. I mean, the thing that's crazy about top esports this series is that they're not even getting these insane massive early game leads. They're actually just outplaying JDG at points where JDG has been like the best team in the LPL. So the way that top esports felt going into the series is that they had to be ahead to win games. They have to like stomp them to win games. And if the games go like mid to late and it comes down to team fighting and setups, JDG will just win.
Welcome back, everyone, to the LPL.
Like that's how it felt, but that's just not what's happening at all. It's going down to the late game team fights. It's going down to these situations, and top esports is just outplaying them.
Against JDG, top esports.
But I mean, to be fair,
so much success playing around their pick.
When you look at this series, it's like there are some really bad, like Kanavi playing that game on Wukong is crazy. Like he is the Wukong guy, so him playing that poorly is actually insane.
No matter what, but again, my God, Cream has been so insane these first two games. Like this TS, in terms of
yeah, we probably need an Ari ban in this one.
All cylinders right now, and it is looking beautiful. We were talking about it like. Even now, I could not believe a world where this series ends in a 3-0. I can't, but TS somehow they put themselves on the cusp of doing it.
What's crazy to me is it's
bro, it's so hot today. Wait, what is
both times around, but it's top esports
temperature in Berlin?
JDG, which is not a sentence that I feel like we can say.
Wait, is it really 21 degrees Celsius? Feels way hotter than that.
It's not done yet. But if it does end up,
when I went out, it didn't even feel
like it will be very deceiving on
I don't know, bro.
For people who don't watch the series, right? Because both game 1 and game 2 have been incredibly tense. Both teams like not wanting to overshow their hand, not wanting to overcommit to a fight. A lot of trades and objectives, like you pointed out in that last game. Like, yeah, it's just been really close. But it's been some of these small moments that have edged it over the line for TES.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of creams engages. The parents feel that came through. Like it's
this
it's
is
been
insane.
Beautiful.
Twice JDG have gone to the ruler's area well, and twice they've been left without any water. Kareem getting a massive Baron steal, but also a kill on the back end of it.
I love it. In the break, I did open Twitter and I saw like Kelsey laughing about how like it's gonna happen. Everyone knows it's gonna happen, and it happens. Like it always does in LPL. Whenever it looks like the steal's gonna come through, he's not gonna back off. It does. But yeah, now for JDG, it's like I wonder how you readdress, like how do you get a new look coming into the next draft. I've really loved the Rakan ban that TS have been keeping because Mako doesn't really play that himself, and that's a huge champion for missing. They clearly don't want to deal with like any like too annoying of side lane pressure and something that does just win a lot of 1v1 lanes in the TF. So a lot of the things that JDG were leaning on in their last series and throughout the split are being taken away.
And I know Cream got a lot of praise for that one. I have to give more props to the 369 man in the top. 30% damage done on the Aatrox, but also just so much backline access against his old organization. Again, I think it has been an interesting change for Top Esports, grabbing a lot of important pieces to other teams, but 369 coming back home to Top Esports. And I think him against Flandre is such an interesting matchup in and of itself. The Rek'Sai looked so good early, but 369, he just knows how to do it in the late game.
Yeah. He's, man, like so many of those fights on ice where we're following like Dracula or Dracula like getting engaged on by Flandre, and it's like, wait, 369 got a kill. Wait, 369 got a second kill. What's going on
Wait,
here?
Quadra?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, that happened twice? Oh my
God. It was pretty big. So
yeah, quadra kills, bro.
It's gonna be up to JDG now with what they want to change. You were questioning in that game of like maybe we see like a Varus ban come through, but again, does that do much? Like
at this point,
TS haven't really shown much yet. Like I don't even mean in terms of showing new things. They haven't even shown on like other picks or other styles that they were leaning on in the regular season. So yeah, it still feels like there's a lot more that TS can fall back on, even if JDG can come up with.
Doesn't have 369 this year. Just saying. What
has been a prio ban for Top Esports against JDG.
69 Aatrox so reliable in the late game team fights. I mean, the thing is, the last team fight he should have just insta died. Like he did actually get Kali. It was a pretty smart way that the JDG team played. I mean, to be honest, like it was just a big mistake from Kanavi. Kanavi got really greedy to try to kill Cream there instead of just taking the free kill on Aatrox. Like he could have just used R1 on Aatrox and like flash R2 on Jackie and they probably just win.
In the mid lane, because that combination between him and Tien has been the lethal weapon so far in this series.
I agree. Like, again, literally, like I care either way, but taking away the Ahri would be huge.
Looks like it's gonna be an intense battle for game number 3. Look at the smiles there from 369 and his old friends. A nice hello and how do you do in this series? And as we head back to it, it is a lot of questions begging of JDG, a team that we came into this one saying they were so ridiculously strong in the team fights. They relied on Kanavi a lot of time to be the driving force, the engine, and his combinations, at least with Yagao. We haven't seen that work out just yet.
Yeah, again, I actually like the point out of the Ahri. Like, maybe that should be something that JDG really look to take away. And again, whether that's a ban or a pick, we'll see.
Can you clean out YouTube chat? I don't know what that means.
Ruler has played into Jackie Love, the Varus being consistently grabbed right now. A lot of the engages from missing going a little bit wide. I would really love to see some more execution style, at least for JDG.
Imagine trading 369 just to be beaten by him. I mean, they didn't trade him, bro. 369 left.
I've really loved from Top Esports is they were always a pretty good early game, like we had mentioned, but also their mid game decision making has always been clean and decisive, and they are on their P's and Q's today. Like they have literally just gone for point-second engages so many times to work out for them and catch out JDG within transition, and that is the difference maker between a killer team and not. JDG on the blue side, they will first pick that Rek'Sai yet again, as we see a lot of similar bans on the table. The Lucian and Rakan by top.
Okay.
On the other side again.
I mean, I would expect the same thing, right? Just Varus into the Ahri.
Fair, sorry.
JDG,
I mean,
not changing their first
I'll probably leave up Tristana, but maybe they just go Talisha this game. Is that the play? Is it just a straight Talisha?
The same power picks
For a
that
third
maybe
time in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're salty running it back right now. It's JDG.
I mean, the draft was not a problem for JDG, bro. Like, it really wasn't a problem. That's a draft that they win on most of the time. Like, if you're JDG and you lose on this draft 2 times in a row to Top Esports, well, then you're just outclassed. Like, you're playing your best comps in situations where your comps make sense. It'll probably be Aatrox ban here, though. That'll be the difference, is they're going to remove the Aatrox and then run it back.
That is something
Probably the idea.
TS actually,
They're going to remove the Aatrox or the Vi.
Change things up. Sure, we had 369 on that last time, but the Vi was what they locked in third. Well,
all right, I like it. We're back in it. Deja vu aplenty. We have everything locked in that we had last game. And honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it for top esports.
And yeah, keeping up the same pace. I wonder if JDG are going to instead ban 2 tops this time. Like, I'm assuming you keep the Rumble ban, then maybe they take away the Aatrox as well and try to push 369.
Do they ban the Wukong here is the question.
Even then, even if things like...
Even if they do, I think it would just be Viego, right? But Viego is not as good, so I guess we'll see.
It feels like 369 is going to do just fine. I mean, you could always count on 369 to be able to get through, but no. Actually committing to the
Renata ban. I mean, they're definitely gonna ban Aatrox, surely, right? Surely we're banning Aatrox.
Whoa. If they ban the Rumble here, actually they banned the Rumble first last time. So we got a slight change up, huh?
It makes the biggest difference.
I mean, but to be fair, Rumble would be better for enemy comp. I mean, maybe you just give him Aatrox again, bro. Maybe we just give him Aatrox again. Who the fuck knows?
See the final ban of JDG, still counter pick.
Chance it's Royal Jungle. I mean, of course, there's a chance it's Royal Jungle. Damn, they're leaving Rumble and Aatrox. You can pick either.
To be fair, right? Yeah, Mako, like, a lot of those times we saw 369 jump onto JDG's backline and Flandre jump onto JackieLove. Mako was the difference maker in making sure that JackieLove would stay alive.
Nah, can't Rumble here. Wait, why can't they Rumble here?
Situation, so
You could easily Rumble here.
Him even more, and it's going to be kind of hard to find options down in that bot lane. Rumble's going to be a fun one because we expect it for 369. Theoretically, you could flex it if you wanted to, but yeah, we'll see where TES go from here because, like you said,
it makes Wukong worse.
Terrifying.
There's a reason it's been banned away.
It makes the Wukong worse.
You really need to have an answer for JDG.
I think it's just going to be Talia, right? Like that has to be the change. But Talia is not as good as Annie is versus Rumble.
It just hasn't been enough.
Azir? Hell no, it's not Azir, bro. Never Azir. It's Annie or Talia every time.
It's the same as last time.
It's literally
they
the
have
same
the Ahri. They're going to lock in the Annie now. It makes sense, honestly. JDG are just going to hope that they can put up a better showing this time. But now for TS and where they go with their last pick, that's what I'm most curious about. Just because of the number of bans we've already been given down to the support role. Like, we are at what? 5? Yeah, 5 support bans already being given over. Again, they could put the Rumble down there and go with some kind of like tank in the top side. You still have other niche champions left open, like Thresh, I guess, if you want to go that route, even though that's not really a pairing you see all too often. But it looks like, no, we are going to get...
Okay.
Looks like we're going to be...
Ornn top and Rumble support.
Actually, it'd be Mako on the Ornn, yeah.
Nah.
So both of them have played it once this split, which is why we're wondering.
I mean, they're not going to play Ornn support without Senna.
Obviously was with the Senna. You wouldn't really Ornn otherwise. So still, though, you look at this, Varus Rumble the bot lane, like, it is going to be so annoying for Ruler and missing the play again. So they're going to keep that up. And now 369 just going to get to show a bit of the last...
I mean, that is a 369 Ornn, bro. 369 has the ability to pick that whenever.
And he's going to be an incredible front line. I think that would be the only thing I would say was lacking from Top Esports' composition last time around. Yeah. And he's going to that one up.
I don't know. I thought JDG would win the last game, so I would once again think that they would win this game.
On Cream.
This is what it is. Like, I've watched them for years, and the only reason I feel like they would lose this game is because they're like maybe mental boom from the last game, right?
I'm the closer we get, the more I'm scared because it's like, all right, I see the Ahri.
That is literally the only reason.
He's been huge. We have JackieLove on the Varus again. He's been huge. Again, JDG have not lost because of comp, but I think TS going to feel a lot of momentum being able to fall back on champions they've already been winning with. But now, we looking at Gao in the cam. He looks like he's full of vibes right now. Sometimes, Mazel, vibes is all you need to bring it back.
Top Esports lost to JDG in the regular season, week number 7, 2-1 in a knockout drag-out best of 3. Right now, they lead JDG here 2-0. A loss here does not mean you're done, but it means you have 1 life left. And onwards, looking to BLG as the next matchup. Top Esports up to match point. Flandre, it's not a dance-off. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
Oh, he is.
Flandre, don't fall for it.
Oh my God. And JackieLove gets the kill, bro. Is it just mental boom time? Is it just like giga mental boom?
2 games in a row. TS stack topside. 2 games in a row. They find a first blood off of it And better than last game, this time it gets on to JDG.
Wait, it wasn't 2 games in a row, did it?
Oh my, like, can do no
Didn't they do? Wasn't it game 1 where they stacked top?
Unexpected. Again, like, great by TS using all that time so well.
No fucking way, man. Yeah, bro, I don't know.
Now, like, really.
They're just getting shit on today. It is what it is.
They have a comp that works really well into JDG's comp, I feel like. They can move a lot. They have a lot of lockdown, a lot of
Kill on JDG is so nice. What does he do with it? Did he buy a longsword, or is he gonna go with a pussyo approach and start tier?
We'll see how that execution goes down, but so far, early advantage for top esports is bot lane. We will see both junglers starting on mirrored side starts.
We already expect the TS spot lane to be able to maintain prio. I mean, you have a rumble. He's going to be able to poke you out. Vomit.
The 3-0 salty run back plus first blood.
Going to be fine up in top, so we know TN just going to be able to dedicate all of
Yeah, I mean, but the salty run back I think is good for JDG. Like, I don't think that you can. I don't think that you always have to change draft just because you lost.
I know we can catch him out in the game 3.
Like, I think that that's just like a bad approach. Just feeling like you have to change something that works for you just for the sake of changing it because you lost.
Just really nice use of that flex pick. 7 and 3 in the support role here in the
like too dramatic, I think. Like, sometimes you can just lose because you play bad. You can just hope that you play better the next time.
A lot of teams in LPL great at snowballing their advantages.
Navi gonna show his face mid. Try to get up towards this top side of his map at least. Just showing off on the Cream. I think maybe
Cream Ari is crazy. I mean, it's not a super easy Ari game.
We'll get another situation where it's very slim tidings in the fight.
Giving Ari Varus 3 games in a row, it's not good. I mean, like I said, it's not an easy Varus game. Like the last game, it's very hard to play Varus in that game. I mean, this game it's gonna be easier because he got first blood at level 1, but
you wouldn't assume it now, but assuming they're able to stack.
You know what I mean?
After a lot of this trading comes off, it's like you can bring TN down. Even if you don't dive, try to
oh, they actually missed the cannon there. Rip.
Options there, and hell, actually looks like
Ian is here. They know that Kanavi can never be here.
Ridiculous. We just had the stat coming on our screen. 8 and 0 for JDG Varus so far this split, and here they're gonna find even more for him. The flash is coming out. Nice juggling though. Missing gets the.
I mean, Missing literally played it as well as humanly possible.
Gonna have to flash out from the turret. They want to try to find Ruler now. Can he get the outplay here? Ultra Shock laser connects on Mako.
Like, Missing played it so well, but there's just nothing they can do. I mean, it ends up being 1-for-1 on the way out. Okay.
Just gonna get the flash out of Ruler and give a kill back.
Like, that was literally just the best they could have possibly played it.
But realized they couldn't. Look at the health bars, and Ruler still had both of his sums up. So we're under threat, and we saw why they paid for it.
Still 2-0 for JDG, 1-0 for Ruler. I love to see it. I set up this bot lane coming into it because I was super excited about it. 2 legendary carries, but there ain't not enough space for both of them.
Qs, flashes.
At least both of them getting kills.
CC's JDG while they're tanking.
Able to make Missing durable enough to where they're having to tank so many turret shots, right? They're only level 3. They don't have that much health to play with. And as TS thought about re-going back in, it gave Ruler.
Is Rel really the best pick? I mean, yeah, I mean, Rel is really OP. The good flex.
So nice by Ruler to be able to find that back. His 2 long swords.
Yeah, it's probably the best pick.
Coming back to lane with the serrated Zerk in a tier.
2-3 Rel can be played as support, can be played as jungle in most matchups.
Oh, of course.
I think he's just an OP champion.
Yeah, and so being able to kind of capitalize on that's really big looks, but now we got to look at the first objective spawning in about 15 seconds. Kanavi already on bot side.
A flash on. Oh, he's on a ward.
Okay, yeah,
you're gonna back off.
Just chilling on a ward there.
Because yeah, no flash on JDG. Did have to use his in the last exchange too, but look at the river vision for TES. Being really solid with spawn out Kanavi with pretty much anywhere he does end up going. And like you said, right, it's been a slow affair the first few levels in this series. It's been a lot more about, especially like third Drakes is really what it started to pick up.
Yeah.
But ults are going to come online soon for our top sides of the map.
Level 6 on 369.
369 has level 6 over Flandre right now in TN. Oh no, Flandre.
He has
all that horn here, no doubt.
Oh,
he doesn't have the mana for it actually. But
he had tunnel, but he flashed.
Gets the kill in the end.
And just dies dry. He flashed into the E. Yeah, I think they're just completely. They're outclassed the series, and they just look like they're playing worse now. Like game 1, it felt like they kind of just got out drafted, but they were playing better. In game 2, it felt like they just played worse when they out drafted. And this game, it just feels like they're just like, yeah, they're just like completely triggered, just running it down.
TN, but 2 of them go to
Probably
Kanavi.
over.
Still, I like that Cream actually matched the play.
I think another thing is I would have liked to see them fight the 6 Grubs last game.
Because you guy was going to go for the Tibbers anyway, force him back, but you're right, my god, the spotlight.
Dude, it's
So
20
menacing.
CS for Jackie Love. A plate goes down as well. They're crashing into it. It's difficult to try to pick these up.
I mean, honestly, like, not bad to only be down 12 CS if you're
That just means that
Ruler,
Top
considering that
East
First Blood was given level 1.
I'm gonna
And you're
say
playing
again,
into
the
Rumble
focus
Varus. I mean,
on
Rumble Varus is such an OP lane.
Hopefully after seeing these
Like, and you got Dove, like, I mean, it's really fucking hard.
disappear. Because again, this man has really just been a reliable source of pressure, reliable carry for TES all split long.
He's a world champion for a reason. I think a lot of fans grew up on this guy, at least in the LPL in recent history, right? On IG, having been on that incredible roster with the Shy, with Rookie, big names like that, but as well as obviously Paolin.
I was just saying, what about the other big names?
Yeah. That's a lot of words. But I think the biggest thing for Jackie Love is that consistency that he's always brought to the table. I was really excited to see him with Rookie last year reunited, but I think a lot of that kind of boiled down to not being able to have that double carry style. But I think Jackie Love being very confident.
Drake for Top Esports?
Has been
I mean, they're definitely getting Drakes with this bot lane. They're so strong bot.
The organization for a while now.
I feel like another part of it is Mako coming into, right? Like, Jackie Love and Mako work so well together. I mean, hell, most of the time, Jackie Love having to play with a lot of, like, newer supports coming into the league over the last few years. So having a hardened veteran like Mako, a world champion in his own right, you know, like...
Kanavi is level 6. No flashes on bot lane here. How long for Jack... Or, yeah, Kanavi level 6. How long for Jackie Love to be level 6? They can die here. They're dead.
Having had a big entrance, but now we cast a curse the hell out of Jackie Love, and he'll just die to
Give the shutdown to Ruler. It's really big for him, man. I actually wonder what gold difference is like now. The shutdowns are just so broken. He's gonna push out the wave as well.
Especially with it going into Ruler's pocket.
Didn't go call this game.
JDG this time.
And JDG's still fighting. Game's not over for sure.
Ruler in his sophomore year of the LPL. We are seeing, though, 369TN combining yet again on
good ult.
Andre. Going to use the Void Rush to get out of the Ornhorn, but now he
has another tunnel here.
Tunnel to get out, but he can't.
Oh, he failed his tunnel. Oh, wait, the tunnel got stepped on during the ult. Oh, my God.
We're actually seeing a Rek'Sai.
No, that was crazy.
Usually it feels like a
TN ulted, and while he was ulting, he landed on the Rek'Sai tunnel, and he took the tunnel. Like, he took the tunnel while Flandre was trying to, or while he was in the middle of the ult. That's insane.
Not the scaling that the Ornn provides, too. I think getting 369 ahead. We saw what he did on the Aatrox last time around. Gonna have a big brain in this one. Already has that Sunfire completed 9 minutes into the game. The first mythic item there. At least not mythic item, but legendary.
Hey, catching another big wave.
Mako, they have level 6s. They can press bot side with Cream.
And they don't have to be that scared here, man. They really don't. Vi is not here. Vi is no ult. Kanavi just walked over a pink.
On where the jungler is.
It looks like we're gonna have the lane swap again that JDG tried last time around.
Andre in mid for now. I mean, they didn't really commit to it in this way. They at least did it when we were already inside lanes.
Hey, but this time he only has the Bramble Vest. It's fine.
They're trying to just force Cream's ult.
Can't do it yet again. But I guess just
they don't have any, like, they don't have Kanavi's ult or anything. Just trying to force Cream to ult, panic ult.
A little bit more sustainability into 369's.
No,
still 15 CS lead for bot lane.
That wave top. They are swapping back now. But look at this punishment on bot side.
How broken is Rumble, by the way? Oh, Kanavi's top side. GG.
The cease and desist coming up soon. Might get another plate. No way. They're just hovering around their win condition in Jackie Love. He's had 2 incredible games on the Varus, and they have so much gold going his way. Not only is he up in CS, but he's going to get a 3rd plate here, too.
Pretty illegal to give Cream already a 3rd game in a row. I mean, you got to give him something, man. You got to give them some champs.
So much now. Look at JDG. They're actually swapping. Ruler missing up towards top. It makes sense with Kanavi going for the scrub timing, but I can even just understand completely.
Flandre just griefed here. Oh, he got canceled by 369. Flandre needs to base and go bot, I think.
It's everybody.
If 5 grubs this game, they should get 5 grubs this game.
We'll be able to get 5 of them. not too shabby. But
Lose their bot turret though.
plates and everything going down on the bottom side of the map, which it will be. TN making sure to get the extra damage down here. So there we go. That is the trade that we've decided on in this early game. And honestly, JDG, they'll have a bit of an insurance policy with that to help them if they can start winning team fights.
That's going to be the tough thing, right? Because now the way JDG will really get value out of using mites is, especially you're thinking about like Baron push later on and situations like that, is TN.
Oh.
I don't know what that is, bro.
Scary void.
You know something about Rek'Sai that I don't.
Pushed out. Collapse with
Dude, the rumble ult is just used onto Ruler here while he's trying to push. So they swapped Rumble first, and Rumble used the ulti to kill one of the waves. So JDG's tempo is even worse than it already was. Holy fuck.
Dragon's gonna come up in
I mean, they're just getting owned, bro. It is what it is.
And if we look at the state of the map right now, Cream's coming to catch us wave bot. You already have Jackie pushing in mid and TN here, so you would assume this should just be a Drake that'll go over to TS.
I'm gonna back TN out of here though. Nice. The Prey Seeker from Flandre just could be a little annoying. But actually get the Sundered Sky completed for Kanavi, so he'll have a lot of strength coming out of lane. Jackie Love has taken his assignment with Ruler in mid lane, and that's where we have to start thinking of what these first item spikes do for either side. A lot of that team fight potential going to start being available for JDG after a couple items, but not yet.
Exactly right. You always look at, especially this like 4-man core bot side that TES has, and like on one item they'll be able to do so much.
Jackie Love playing with a top tier support is nice. Yeah, Jackie Love had been getting griefed, bro. Like the best support he ever played with before this is like.
And they've been able to maintain control with the prime.
Like maybe Mark, maybe Balan.
So
like I don't know, man.
Up in that top side, they will have TPs available.
He had Yuyanjia, he had Balan, he had Zhou.
A bit of a game of chicken there.
Mark, like this guy was getting griefed for years.
And they will just secure their second of the game.
I think it makes sense, right? I mean, TS in this 4v4 would just be too strong with the control that they have, having control wards in the entries to River 2, denying that information. JDG are kind of just playing a reactive game right now. We'll see if they try and set up any plays around mid with this control ward, but even then it would take a bit of a mistake coming out from TS.
And this is, again, a series that we expect to go to 5, that we do not expect to have a sweep. In top esports, they've come and upset those expectations. They find themselves almost 3,000 gold up now in an early game that we said is such their strength to get snowballing.
Mako ain't a top 5 support all time? Yeah, no, he's not top 5 support all time.
On the other side, if there's going to be a difference maker, it has to be this. Maybe they do actually just catch out Cream.
Wait, Yagao didn't just drop ulti instantly? Did Kanavi even like buffer his Q? That was so weird.
JDG, nice job.
And I guess they got his flash and his TP. They can push bot, do a 5 grubs. Feels like it's so much later in the game than it actually is. I guess you just have to give. You definitely give, and then you just hit bot turret here.
Oh, Kanavi recalled, so yeah.
Yeah, they just can't take the pressure. There's going to be a TP into bot side from 369. Going away from the Rift Herald play top.
You can carry in Mata for the #1 spot.
So they go from objective to objective.
I don't know about that, bro.
Both of them.
I don't know why Mata is like so crazy overrated by people.
So many times.
Like he didn't play for that long, and he didn't have that long of a peak at all. He had like a 1-year peak.
In series score, but so far even this game, 3K gold lead. TS are
like people are just it's like people that say like Dandy is the best jungler of all time. I'm like, Dandy, really?
That's the craziest thing, man. It's
like people say Marin is the best top laner of all time. It just seems so crazy.
Is like you look at the names as well. We have literal world champions on both sides. We have so many historical moments between these two. Cream and Yagao, a little bit of the newer ones, I feel like, but everywhere else you've had tried and true legacies built. And
I mean, to be fair, Yagao's got quite the legacy.
He was actually good. I don't know why he's underrated. I mean, he has a bunch of championships to his name. An MSI, a Worlds. Like, this guy's won everything that he could win. And he's still really good. Even though he's been playing for 10 years.
Cream has gotten the better of him 2 games in a row now. Cream all by himself, and now he realizes what.
Oh, they look off, bro. They look off. JDG just look off today.
JDG.
Yeah, really, every single time.
They look really, really off.
We're now just at that part where no neutral objective being up, right? It's about the push and pull with Vision to try to set up for a pick.
Like they unironically just look
TES
tilted.
Consistently hammering home at this mid lane turret, knowing that Ruler would be under threat from Jackula if he walks too far forward. So doing a nice job, but JDG have been no slouches about pushing back in for their own Vision.
No, they haven't. I think. Oh my God, Jackula's doing so much damage already. I think another thing that was interesting to see against Weibo for JDG was the strategies they used in a lot of the, at least in game number 1, using what Weibo had tried to use and kind of counteract that. Here, it feels like they've been trying to play their own style, but top East.
What is the Thorn Mail for? No one knows, bro. No one knows why there's a Thorn Mail in this game. Or at least I don't know.
And again, like they've been delivering really well.
You have to give top turret here.
Able to get for JDG, even though I agree with like picking some.
Just gonna come down to a Drake fight, I guess.
Weibo was playing into their style, right? That also is just something that Landre's historically shown he's been able to do. So, like maybe they could have tried to lean into something along those lines here, but again, things like the TF have been constantly banned away in this series, so not a whole lot of choices there. Still have the opportunity to win out on fights, but with item advantages going the way they are, it's still going to be hard. Ruler has caught up a bit.
I mean, don't we need MR in this game for Flandre? Rumble, Orin, and Ari all in the game? I feel like he can't go full armor.
How many options besides this mid lane to really use it if they want to go ahead and go with that play, but should be using it around the dragon.
Kanavi's not even level 11 yet. I don't know, bro. It looks completely doomed.
In 30 seconds.
It looks completely doomed to me.
Vision gain as well. Jack Show completed second item for 369.
I can hear things. I can't see anything.
Pretty big as we get to those second item spikes. They're still waiting on them, at least for Cream and for Tien. Tien's just gonna start up the dragon as soon as it's.
And they get his ult.
Kanavi is right around.
They're trying to not use anything to get his ult.
This time, I don't think his spear rush. Oh,
wow, I mean, they probably should have ulted there. Actually, Ruler should have ulted.
Oh, yep, ends up surviving just barely.
They could have invested ults here.
At least he has TP, so he's gonna be able to make it back and play pretty easily. But
I mean, obviously, if you kill him, it's good to use ult.
That TS already had.
Okay, so TP gonna be.
And no ult on Cream. I guess top esports should just give.
Like we're gonna get our first 5-on-5 tussle here. Rift Herald used as that distraction mid lane. It's something
they should give and just go mid hard.
Give this one and take an outer tower.
Yeah, it looks like that's the plan for now. Hard course in 3 minutes. Actually, all the way back.
JDG goes to cover mid. They should still win the fight, though. I mean, this should be a JDG 1 fight. Actually, Cream almost has ulti back up. It's so fucked up, actually.
Ruler is nowhere near this fight. They are going to turn on to 369, though. That equalizer.
Ruler is just getting caught in the jungle. It's so smart by 369. And yeah, no, this is so smart by 369. Going on these 3 and then the rest of the team going for the play here on the others. It's just so smart.
They've got some give, but it's not going to be enough. And JDG
wait. Kanavi? Oh, he's slowed. He's dead. Wait, they won this. They won that shit. What the fuck? JDG won this. Hey, bro, maybe they have something left. It's a really good combo for Missing.
Now going to be able to get themselves a first straight.
Like, Missing was the one that started this turn, but this is actually so smart from top esports. They know the Ruler's going to be trying to go through the jungle to get to his team, and they have 2 people catch him off while Orin engages on the other guys.
Yagao having a lot of strength as well. They were completely turned around here, but they get the big engage back, and we're back to fighting. Oh, Missing. He's caught out, and we've seen top esports take advantage of JDG in transition before.
Okay. They end up getting the Drake.
Now they decide to back off in the end.
Like, Yagao went off, but like Missing had a super nice combo there.
I'm gonna hope that doesn't happen now because we're finally getting into the brawl. We're finally getting into the bloodbath. There's no time for any of that.
I need my co-pilot.
JDG especially being able to step up and keep this competitive. Now Baron on the table, so again, vision controller on top side going to become a lot more important. We could see TS already having a thin layer of vision into JDG's top side jungle.
I'm wondering now how this works out because we see the pick potential for top esports. We've seen it 3 games in a row now. JDG, they have carved a little bit of the lead down, but it's still about 4,000 gold in favor of top esports, and we know top esports to be so deadly if they have advantages. JDG are the ones that usually choke their opponent out with control of the map. So what can they do to get Rulers set up in a position of success, and Yagao honestly as well? Maybe not needing any time to set up. Void Rush used back in, but Flandre getting bounced
Flandre's
around
is dead.
the bounce house and taken down in the end here. Eventually, it'll
All right.
go to TN.
Picked Flandre inside lane. Dude, this Ornn is actually dealing damage, man.
On the opposite side of the map, JDG opening on the
I don't know how the Ornn dies in the next fight.
reset.
Gonna get the back off in time. Looks like he will.
Okay. Have him back off. They play for top turret here.
From JDG. We even see more items.
Oh, Ruler's just dead.
Oh my god.
Ah, top esports is too good.
Not again.
They're just too good,
Not
I guess.
like this. We set him up so hard and he falls so much harder. A big pick out for top esports, and that's been the name of the game so far this series.
And now, like, we're getting further into a gold lead for TS. 5,000 now. And they're playing both sides. Look at 369 having no fear, knowing there's no threat to him right now on the map after the pick on both Flandre and Ruler. And now Cream's going to be able to get this wave out, which means now he's gonna have to—
You're telling me that they win the fight with Flandre's troll build as long as Ruler's not part of it? I mean, bro, I don't even know how they won that fight. They should never win that fight, by the way. Should literally never win it. It was like a 3v5, and they won it.
Top esports not only have a lead, but they have 369 on an Ornn. They have items that are going to start getting upgraded now as well, that he's hitting the level spike for it. And the team fight potential later on is still going to be in JDG's favor, but not as far as you might think. And top esports now looking for the 2 members of JDG that they've caught out before, missing in some trouble. Kha'Zix getting his way
Cream
away on the
ends up
north side of
ulting.
that fight. They are in
Jackie Love didn't ult
tussles
here.
now. Top esports are just hunting around the map.
I was wondering if they would feel confident baiting Baron off that, off Kha'Zix being a bit low and Ruler not having flash, but Jackie Love doesn't have flash either. Ruler does still have cleanse, so I could understand just going back, playing your side waves, pushing those out. And TS, again, they've really just been doing such a good job of grouping off those timings. And
He's
keeping
building
up with
League of
that
Legends
tempo.
tunnels. He's doing something, man.
Did we talk a little bit about JDG?
Jackie Love is so strong now, bro.
They've tried
He is so insanely strong. They're going to try to pick off Cream for the 40th time.
But this is their best compositions, it feels like, when they have found a lot of success in the season. So is it a situation where it's just been execution of the name of the game?
I mean, it's been so close, right? It feels like we can boil it down to a bunch of small things if this was a VOD review. But,
I've just walked out and
especially
showed.
last game, some of those fights were so close with 369 finding those quadras. But we have to worry about
They really
this
want to
fight.
engage. It's so obvious.
Flash
Has a
still
flank.
not up for Jackie
Missing just
Love.
wants people to be closer so he can just flash in.
JDG are in a weird
They're getting
spot
poked, though,
right
to
now.
hell.
The team is completely split. They do have
Nah,
Ruler
it's-
who can jump over the wall.
it's
They
so
end up going
fucked.
Back towards mid. Cream not going to go for that flank angle. 369 stepping up, waiting to pull the Ornn horn. And Jackie Love has gotten his upgraded item now. Big damage on the table for top esports, and JDG need to find the right fight. Kha'Zix,
Oh,
he finds the
Kha'Zix.
right fight. He finds Jackie
I mean, they
Love.
got onto
Finds
Jackie
him
Love.
down
Jackie Love is dead.
engaged
Oh, he hit the
there
wrong
on the
person?
backline.
He hit the wrong person?
Ruler fighting him down. Jackie Love finally goes down. Both ADCs are
yes.
gone, and all of the damage now. Cream,
He griefed it.
Flandre's just under tower right now. It's just gonna get taken out.
Three-
by
it's
Cream.
2 for 2 right now.
Right now, Missing's fighting on 369. Flandre.
Is
He's being
Flandre
run
dead? He's
down by
not.
Cream.
Flandre's
But
alive.
He makes up, he can get out now, though. TN looking for the long angle here.
Maybe.
They can chase him down. That healing isn't gonna be enough. He gets the
Oh
vault
my
breaker
god,
in
he
time,
got
and
his
here
tunnel
goes the
canceled by the
beast
Q.
as TN
Oh
comes
my
out on
god.
top.
Yeah, this is the most unlucky game of
Going the way
all time for Flandre. Dude, Kha'Zix ended up queuing the wrong target. He didn't get his Q onto Jackie Love there.
First, you're gonna be able to get down there towards that Drake. We'll see if TS
This
feels
is a
confident
crazy
in the mid.
fight.
I mean, this one was wild. Especially, like, I cannot believe TN especially ends up living. They do a nice job of trying to peel for their AD carry. He goes down, but it was this. TN jumps right onto Ruler. Tibbers comes out.
Dude.
And he looks dead. But gets out just in the nick of time with the flash and 369, then running onto the Annie, helping peel for him. And I mean, Flandre goes for the trek around the world, but it doesn't matter because
Third Drake for top esports. Like, if they didn't win that miracle fight, this would just be Soul.
At Soul Point.
Look at how strong
Goal
TN
to
is.
Flandre
TN is just
goes
GA
for
now.
kill
What
down,
the
fellas, at
fuck?
the end of the get something there, and I know Ruler's gonna be kicking.
Now you're gonna have the
huge props there. He
horn items coming in.
Stepped as soon as he saw Yagao step up to get the tippers down and dodging out of that.
Bro, is this Zeri champion good?
Stuff from Top Esports, and now off the back of that.
Everyone loves it. Everyone says it's so OP.
That Soul Point Dragon, they take a tier 2 in mid lane.
Just looks like you just
getting completed left.
get Vi-ulted
right.
and can't play.
JDG,
to be honest,
they've been left wanting.
like Vera still looks pretty broken, man. I don't know.
Yeah, JDG again. They just have not been able to convert this into success. And again, I feel like some of it should have been taking away some of the picks that TS have found comfort on within the series. Now though, Flandre.
He's got the Flanders Express, but can he get there? Looks like the trains might not be on time anymore as the rail line has been shut off.
Oh, they're doing Baron.
JDG, they are
they're doing
using
Baron?
this timing hugely.
They actually got Baron here off this. This is misplay from Top Esports. They have to do this. They have to finish. They got it. Just leave. Just leave. Everyone should leave.
He's out of the back of the pit. The equalizer used here.
Kanavi dies, he dies, bro. But like, you have to just leave.
And now they're on to Kanavi. Gets caught.
And they ended up getting Baron off that. I think you take it, honestly.
Flandre had fallen in the side lane too, and only 3 purple capes survived.
Still, I think it's JDG with how this game was going. You'll take that. You were 5K gold down. You were.
Oh no, 100% you take that if you're JDG. It's like the best situation that could have happened.
Still, now we're gonna be able to have that Baron try and stop some of that bleeding, get some pressure for yourself, and at least be able to establish a defensive vision line.
Coming into this one, we set so much pressure around the mid-jungle duos. They have been so important in every game so far. JDG make the quick fastball play onto the Baron. They actually come up clutch with it, but it's the fight afterward that goes a little bit wonky.
I mean, it makes sense, right? They're already in a bad position. You have ults to throw down like the equalizer.
Bro, it's crazy how much damage Tibbers does, bro. Like the Malignance plus the Leandre's there onto Mako. That's just insane. The damage looked crazy.
The fight afterwards, right? We see a lot of teams kind of opt out of just starting on the objective to try and get the advantage in the fight. TS do that. But still, it was a nice heads-up call by JDG realizing, hey, it's going to take them decades to kill Flandre. Let's take Baron.
We did just get 3rd item for Ruler. He is going to be so important on the 3-item spike of the Zeri. He is the person you have to watch in every single JDG team fight from here on out. We also got more upgrades coming across and more items for Top Esports, so they'll be able to lock him down pretty heavily.
Team just the GOAT?
One person that can step up to the plate when it's needed most for JDG.
I mean, he's just like, he's either the GOAT or he's like the worst player in the world.
Gonna have to do it here and now.
He's the GOAT more than he's the worst player in the world, but those are the 2 ways that TN plays. Sometimes the GOAT, sometimes the WOAT.
For JDG to split the player that they have relied on. First all-pro jungler. Jaculov's flash is going to be back up soon. It's not going to be as easy to punish, but it feels like the difference has actually been some of like the top side, right? It's been top and mid, finding access to the back line and supports both healing for their AD carries, but which top can do more?
Trying to disengage onto missing.
Out from the Dragon. Oh yeah, Top Esports want. They actually go on to TN. JDG Chains of Corruption hits onto Yagao.
Oh my God, this is a rundown from Kanavi. Complete rundown from Kanavi here.
Waited to go in just yet. They will lose Kanavi, and now TN going a little bit overhand. Kareem.
I don't know why he thought that was like he ended up engaging on 2 people that he could never kill.
For the reset off of that one pick.
Ends up being a GA gone. I mean, Yagao flashed here. Kanavi flashed as well, and they didn't get anything. So good for Top Esports. Super good for Top Esports.
We're able to get your front line out, and you will take that. Hell, you even ate up all the time of JDG's Baron. There it is. It's gone.
That's so big as well because they just lose so much map pressure now, and they are still down 4.5 thousand gold, but their fight cannot be done yet. Their moment is not done yet. We get the final upgrade for TN, but it's JDG with a 35-second timer to an Ocean Soul for Top Esports, and they've got to find something that gives.
All right, 28 seconds.
Toe-to-toe up against their old mid laner in Knight.
I mean, they just have no flashes. I think JDG can't win. They have no flashes here, and Top Esports has flashes. It just seems so hard for them to play.
Again, clearing out some vision here. 369 getting caught out a little bit. Ruler is up in front.
This thing is just dead, I think.
Yeah, you're missing. He's
It's
gone.
so impossible to play.
No, that's the front line, and
They send it on to Ruler. Ruler's dead.
The call of Top Esports is alive and well as they find the back line. They end up getting Flandre there to take down Jackie Love, but he's all alone. All four.
It's GG.
Justin Yagao is the only saving grace.
3x3 O's today. Can only hope.
Do not care about the organizational
At least we got a break.
JDG. They say, hey,
I'll take a little break.
The duration of the roster is just flat out better because my God, are they dismantling?
Cream's the GOAT. Yeah, Cream played well this series. I mean, everyone played well. I mean, when you 3-0 like this, generally your whole team's playing well. But I think that the biggest difference between Top Esports was like how much better they played the map. Like they're normally really good individually, but they just do dumb shit.
Pressure behind them. While this isn't said and done, Top Esports have struck a mortal blow and have a massive gold lead.
I mean, they have Ocean Soul now, which is going to be huge, being able to get that heal. Even if this turret isn't dead, this turret is like, it's fake news. It gives a false sense of security to JDG if they play around it.
Oh,
we're
missing.
Gonna see here, though. I mean, yeah, missing, trying to inch forward. I think was hoping to find the angle for the perfect engage himself. At the same time, 1Q did that to Ruler's HP, very easily able to capitalize off it going forward. And then, I mean, they try to get something back with Kanavi Flandre jumping in on the Jackie Love, but the damage has already been done. Now it's Soul. Now with the base being pretty much cracked, I mean, you just gotta go.
Can't wait for Top Esports versus BLG. I mean, if Top Esports play like this, like holy fuck, we got a series.
Everything going the way of TES.
And that's why you grab the Vi. That's why you grab all this single target setup, because we've seen the Top Esports just have the angle. They know exactly where the wink links of the armor are, and they continuously find big charms, big cease and desists on to Ruler and Yagao, the big damage dealers right now for JDG. And Flandre, he just can't be enough of a front line. Top Esports will take that momentum. They'll take this massive lead, and they'll start up the Baron now.
Yeah, they're going for it, but
Can't play, bro.
Look at
Can't
how much
play.
space that Jackie Love and 369 are buying. They're gonna walk right into the Ornn.
I mean, JDG has to fight it, right? Or the game's just over.
Like they have a fight here. JDG do not want to give over the Baron. They got the last one, but it came out with a heavy cost. 369 is playing so far up because he has that.
He's just unkillable. I mean, he's the best Ornn player of all time. Legit.
Dashing away. JDG just tried to go for a mid lane turret. They're going to be turned around on if they give any more ground up. And now Top Esports with 4 members will push them off of it. Kanavi just wants to force it, ends up getting it.
Yeah, a little bit of indecision coming out from TS, but it might give TN a really big flank.
He's basing on vision. He can't base anymore, I don't think.
Right, they're gonna have more sustain.
Wait, is he actually gonna try to base?
Do this again.
I don't know.
To play with, exactly.
They were trying to do it because they saw Kanavi basing.
Look, once again, JDG playing with the waves mid. They actually have a wave just being crashed into tower bot. So
They finally realized.
And they have decent wards here.
Making like good decisions right
He
now.
actually based here for GA. They knew he wanted to base though.
For it to really matter.
All right, is this the
All right, they should just rush it.
Nowhere near this. Kanavi is not even on your
Kanavi
screen,
based for GA and gave Baron for it.
He took the worst time back there, and it's just Top Esports that take it. Here comes the call of the Forge God as everyone from JDG are running for those hills. That's going to be a flash from Yagao. The aggressive.
So it's smart from 369. You'll 100% trade your Ornn flash for the anti-flash any day.
Being there for the Baron fight, but that's 5 purple capes for Top Esports, and they're going to back away.
Paying a lot of respect to the damage that Ruler can put up right now.
Oh my
Shard
gosh.
lands.
GG.
On top of it, they don't want to back, they want blood. Mako scores a kill against Missing. Big Tibbers on the way back from Yagao, but Cream is tanking.
Big Tibbers. Sounds like a rapper name.
That pick.
Do not give this man the Ari anymore. Like, my God, he has been a menace with these charges. Exactly. That is in the past. He doesn't need it anymore because, again, I am just so impressed with Cream this series. And now Top Esports looking to run it down in the base.
There is no world where anybody thinks that this was going to be a 3-0. History would tell you that this would go to 5 games, but Top Esports have done the prep, they've done their homework, and they have been able to rebuff JDG every single time in this series.
Yeah, and sadly going to get pushed away right now, but they've already done plenty of...
You can't carry these bums. I mean, this game was just like way harder than it should have been.
The only structures left for JDG are have Dragon coming up in about minutes, which will then cool us down to bot side. But hell, maybe TS can even just try to ignore that and finish the game before that becomes a factor.
We got full items for Jackie Love. Very close there for Cream. I'm sure once he gets his back in, he should be able to get that one down. Ruler has just completed his 4th item, so still a full item down over Jackie Love, or under Jackie Love, rather. And I think that's the difference maker is JDG have tried for compositions that we know they do well in. They haven't been able to keep their head above water long enough for them to get there. We've seen Ruler get to multiple full item spikes, but they just can't hang with top esports so far, and that's a big telling difference.
Again, it tells a lot to TS's map control once they find a lead, right?
Yeah.
They've just been able to keep it up so well so far in this series that we haven't seen really a big opportunity for Ruler to step in. Now though, TS doing what you know, following the plan, right? You've already broken the structures everywhere else. Go to top side, start breaking these down. Keep relying on the poke from Jackie Love.
This is the final structure in the defense here.
Yeah, I mean, they have 2 GAs. Go directly onto Rel. Well played.
It's being torn to shreds. Might as well go ahead and call a paper shredder service.
Went onto your gal. It's GG.
JDG. They thought they had the team fight. They thought this super team could stand up to snuff. But Top Esports make good on their regular season loss. They make good on the history between them and JDG. And off the back
look at Ruler, man.
Monumental step up. Top Esports will go to face Billy.
All right, bro. That was a big surprise. I probably would have had like JDG like 3-1 or 3-2 before the series. I wouldn't have had a 3-0 either way. And then Top Esports just stepped up huge. They got so much better. They got so much better during their break at playing the map. So nice. We got a fucking banger in BLG versus yeah, we got a banger in BLG versus NIP. All right, I will see you guys later for LEC. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.